international aid. European Union countries agree that all natural gas storage in the 27-nation bloc should be increased to at least 80% capacity for next winter as they prepare for the possibility of Russia further reducing deliveries of gas. A ban on imports of Russian coal will start in August, and an embargo on most oil from Russia will be phased in over the coming 8 months. Meanwhile, Moscow is disrupting natural gas deliveries, a fuel that's used to power factories and generate electricity in the EU. News and analysis at townhall.com. The Colorado Avalanche captures a Stanley Cup for the first time in more than 2 decades.
Nathan MacKinnon nets one and assists in the game winner as the Colorado Avalanche defeat the Tampa Bay Lightning 2-1 to win their first Stanley Cup championship since 2001. Cale Makar was awarded the Conn Smythe Trophy for the most valuable player of the playoffs. Lightning captain Steven Stamkos broke the ice early, but that was the last Tampa Bay would score. McKinnon found a crack at Andrei Vasilevsky's right side to tie the game at 1:54 of the second, then fed Arturi Lehkonen, who would give Colorado the lead midway through the game, and Darcy Kemper stopped 22 shots to earn the series-clinching win. Walt Marsicano, Tampa.
One of Iran's major steel companies has been forced to halt production after being hit by a cyber attack, apparently marking one of the biggest such assaults on the country's strategic industrial sector in recent memory. Once again on Wall Street this hour, the Dow futures up 25 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The demolition, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Monday, everybody.
Yeah, buddy.
Quite a weekend.
Boy, howdy was it. What happened?
Sean's back.
I gotta ask. I gotta know what happened.
We got rain yesterday.
I left for. I only leave for a couple of days. I come back and you guys can't even turn off the water.
We left the water on.
You guys left the water running. Yeah. You had one responsibility.
It's kind of one of those things you're like, yay, we got rain, but like we didn't need to get it all in like
we got all the rain.
3 hours.
Yeah, it really did come down.
I think I saw online that in like an hour, Roswell got like 3.1 inches of rain. I think I saw there.
So what was crazy is I got to see things from the outside.
Yeah?
Because like, okay, so yes, full disclosure, we're back from Vegas, everybody.
Yes, he got back in, I guess you got in Roswell about 6 o'clock or so last night.
We drove in, yeah, it was about 6:30ish last night that we kind of drove into Roswell. But coming in from Ruidoso way, we got to kind of just see the bubble over Roswell.
Yeah.
It was pointed out, my friend Misty pointed it out to me and said, look, there's Roswell, and there was just a bubble of just gray. By the time we got towards like almost to Roswell, you could not see, the sky or anything. Right? It was just pure grayness.
Wow. So I'm sure once you got into Roswell proper, you're seeing some flooded roads and what have you.
Yeah, and we watched it kind of come in a little bit because that storm kind of swept in from, we hit it in the Capitan area, Lincoln, in that area. And then we kind of sort of hit it again once we hit to Roswell. So we watched it come in.
So when you got home, Casa de Sean was okay?
It was.
Good.
I had not been swept away. The cats were fine.
I was a little worried about that. I was like, I hope he didn't come home to something in his
I was a little stressed out about that
in his
too.
living room.
I knew I left my key with with kids' mom to make sure that my cats were fed and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
I'm sure she was reporting if there was any issues.
Yeah, she let me know
there.
that everything's okay, but yeah, it was a little moist.
A little hairy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it was a little bit moist.
Well, good. Well, overall, good time?
Dude, it was amazing.
Good.
I have 1,000 different stories, starting with literally the day we left, or the morning we left. We left at like 3 a.m. on Thursday morning. Yeah, Thursday morning. We get to just to where like you're the turnoff for Lincoln. And it was pitch black out at this point. Casually from the back seat, our travel companion Allie, just looks up from her phone and goes, "Deer." We're like, "What?" Deer in the road. There was a deer bigger than our vehicle in front of Misty, like 10 feet in front. So we swerved out of the way and almost died. Like 20 minutes into our trip.
Was that an omen?
Just casually, she just looked up and went, "Deer." And thank God she did, because we didn't die. We almost hit an ass. That was up northern New Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah, there was just randomly like a donkey that started wandering into the road.
Yeah, this is the state.
Yes.
If you remember, right, probably not far from the area of which you speak of the deer. Young Jeffrey hit a Barbary sheep.
Yeah, I mentioned that too. There was a sign. There was a sign with like it was like a ram crossing or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, watch out, there's Barbary sheep around these parts. That was fun. But yeah, no, it was a great trip. Didn't do a lot of gambling. I intentionally didn't do a lot of gambling.
Good.
The concert, I mean, dude, it was the best concert I've ever been to.
And it was what's the name of the group again?
AJR.
Yeah.
It was awesome to be amongst a group of like a throng of people who actually knew who it was, so I didn't have to like explain who the band was. That show was packed, and it was on the third floor of the Cosmo. I swear, at several points throughout this concert, I thought we were going to break through the floor.
Really?
It was shaking.
Wow.
The third floor, it was concrete structure, like supports and all that. But
Sure.
I swore
Place
we were
was
going to break through
rocking,
the floor.
huh?
It was like literally shaking. It was crazy. It was
Good.
such a good show.
Well, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
That's
Awesome.
great. I needed the break, but went away, and I did hit up this place because we wanted to make sure we did something to bring home some memories or whatever.
Sure.
So we found a place. My friend actually told me about this place that's TikTok famous because they do $10 tattoos.
Okay.
So we're like, all right, fine, let's go get a tattoo. I've never had one in my entire life, so I got a tattoo.
You got a $10
Got the club.
tattoo.
But I'm like, I can't just have the club. I can't just do the club. So we went back like 2 hours later, and I got the spade to match.
Nice. Good
I
for
figured,
you.
if I want to remember Vegas, I'm going to at least have half a full house on my
There you go.
on my arms.
Good deal.
Half a flush.
No hearts or diamonds.
No hearts
but
or diamonds.
Clubs or spades.
No. I thought about if I'm going to, expand on this to like actually make it my own, I'm going to get one kid's name on each wrist.
Yeah, okay. That's
I just got to
cool.
figure out which one's the spade.
Which one's the club?
Which one's the club?
Maybe you should have gone with hearts.
Thought about the heart and the diamond, yeah.
Well, awesome. Good for you.
Yeah, it was fun.
I do find it a sweet bit of irony that you went to Las Vegas, didn't gamble, and then got two $10 tattoos of gambling.
Here's the thing.
Symbols.
There was a list of tats that you could get, like a list of like pre-made tattoos or whatever, and these were the only two that like had any kind of meaning because of the trip to Vegas. Everything else
Gotcha.
was like, it's just a symbol.
Heart or frog.
There was
or
a
something.
puzzle piece, but I have a problem with autism speak, so I'm not going to go get that on my wrist.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, just went with this.
Okay.
Because why not? Easily cover-upable. Grab 2 watches.
Yeah, we could
Or a
change
watch
it
and
to
a bracelet.
a girlfriend's name or something later.
Yeah.
Something safe.
Spagia. Clubasia, something like that. That was,
good deal.
It was fun. It was a good time.
So,
And by the way, I also got to mention, I went to it because I was with like, women. We did a lot of shopping while we were there.
Naturally.
We went to a Goodwill, which I thought was funny because that was the place to go.
probably the one place you could afford in Vegas to buy things.
Pretty much. And of all the stuff I found in Vegas, I found the quintessential Vegas shirt. I mean, I didn't even know that this was like, this feels too cliche to actually be a shirt, but it was $4, so I had to get it.
They literally took the shirt off some dude's back in Vegas in 1997.
Yeah.
he had to give it up.
This is real inside baseball. I was walking around Vegas looking like Darryl Burkfield.
I wonder if that. Do you remember there was a show, like early 2000s, maybe 2010, as late as that.
Okay.
That was called like Bad Ink. And it was the whole premise of the show was this two guys that walked around Vegas looking for people with bad tattoos.
Terrible tats. I do remember that, yeah.
So I just wonder, like, are those two still wandering around Vegas, like, helping people?
They didn't find me.
Because, like, are they hanging out by the $5 tattoo guy?
I love all the nonsense I've been getting online about it. It's like people said one looks like I'm bending over and it has a hemorrhoid, or it looks like a butt plug or something.
Those are haters.
That's fine. I'm cool with it. You know what? I commit to the bit.
Yeah, those are haters. Haters are going to hate. Haters going to hate.
Heck yeah.
They'll be hating.
That's right.
But I just thought it would be funny if you run into those guys.
Can I tell you this? I've never thought this is how little I've thought about getting like ink or of any type.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me right before he put the stamp on, facing me or facing you. I didn't know which to do. I didn't know what was proper.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, So luckily I got it. He was like, it's usually facing out. So yeah.
Okay.
I got it right, but thank God he hinted at me because I had no idea. That's how little I've thought about this. It was just like, yeah, why not? $10.
Well, good.
It's like the cheapest thing you can get in Vegas.
And you have it. Now you can tell people, and you got the story. You're happy with it. You like it. And they don't look bad. They look fine. They look good. You know, just got to explain to it. Now you got to, because everyone, the meaning and all that. And you're like, it means I didn't know what to pick at the tattoo.
I'm not gonna lie. I went with the club because I thought Spade would have been racist. Like, because I got this one first.
Yeah.
And like, I put Spade on left wrist. I'm like, ooh, that might be racist. Maybe you should go with club.
Well, maybe you should put a
plus
picture.
Clover because I'm kind of Irish.
Kind of Irish. I think you should put that as a saying around.
Kind of Irish.
Kind of Irish.
Irish adjacent.
Oh, that's a meaningful tat.
That's a meaningful tat.
Kind of Irish.
But yeah, no, it was good.
Good. Sounds like you had fun.
Time.
Before I do the rundown, anything I gotta ask: best meal in Vegas you had?
Best meal in Vegas. Kind of a toss-up. So we went. We did the traditional Vegas thing. We went to In-N-Out, went to White Castle, did those things.
Okay.
We went to this place. It was a couple nights ago, actually. Kind of found this like hidden place in like the back of a hotel. I had fish and chips.
Ooh.
And it was maybe the biggest portion of fish and chips I've ever had in my entire life. It was $12 for the thing. So I was like, okay, well, it's not bad.
Yeah.
They bring out this plate. I'm like, they murdered an entire ocean of fish.
Dino fish.
It was
there?
like 5 things of gigantic fish fillet stacked with all the fries. It was fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Good deal.
Other than that, pretty much we went, pretty low key. Like we hit up the All American Coney stand.
Gotcha.
That was awesome.
Did you find any like Wahlburgers or any of those type of places?
We found it, but here's the problem: was everything was like a 30 to 40 minute wait just to get even in.
Yeah.
Like we wanted to go to Nacho Daddy because I wanted to do the scorpion shot, which is just a shot of like tequila or whatever with a scorpion inside of it. You're supposed to eat the scorpion.
Yeah, that sounds like
it was
fun.
like an hour wait just to get in.
Just to eat a scorpion.
Just to eat a scorpion. So. Most of it was trying to get my.
Did you see like a Madame Tussauds or any of those things?
We wandered past it.
Yeah.
Again, it was just everything was. We had the structure of like we had things we needed to get done or we wanted to get done.
None
so
of
it was
time
kind of
to
like
get to places you need to get to.
Yeah, kind of just like trying to get here and getting frustrated with with not making it here in time. We didn't get to the Bellagio show like we wanted to. We didn't get to see the fountains, but we did make it to the Mirage.
Okay.
Which is awesome. Got to see the volcano
I did see some of the pictures there, the Siegfried Roy statue and all that.
Yeah,
stuff
got to see
there.
the Siegfried and Roy.
They still have the garden and all that there.
Yeah. It was pretty awesome.
Did you see the pirate show at Treasure
Didn't
Island?
see the show, but we walked past the actual ship itself when it was like lit up and kind of doing its thing. Spent a lot of time on Fremont. It was cool because the hotel we were staying at, the Downtown or Boutique Hotel, was like 2 blocks from Fremont. So like right there next to Old Vegas. So we got to kind of like walk up to the Four Queens and the Golden Nugget and see all the street shows.
Nice. Do they still have the Golden Nugget in the Golden Nugget?
We didn't actually enter the Nugget, but we walked past it.
Well, like I said, I was the 90s the last time I was there.
Right.
And it was like in a window when you walk by, they had like a big golden.
You know what the problem was with Fremont is, and maybe it was because we went Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. It was just, you could do nothing. We got back to our like hotel or that region by the end of the night, and we just, our ears were ringing because it was so loud. And I know the whole if it's too loud, you're too old thing. It was so loud. I was standing like not even 10 feet away from my friend.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Master! like screaming at her, and she couldn't hear me. It was so loud.
So earplugs, good thing to bring to Vegas.
And I will never, ever complain about a street light in this town ever again.
Yeah.
McGaffey, nothing. That's nothing. Those lights took forever. Most of our trip was actually spent at street lights.
Yeah, just waiting for lights to turn green.
It was like, this place is 0.6 miles away. Why does it take 15 minutes to get there? Right, because of street lights.
And everybody and their uncles in the same place at the same time. Yeah.
But fully recommend it. I went to Omega Mart, which was absolutely amazing.
Okay.
It's
got to ride. Did you do any out of the comfort zone experiences? Bungee jumping?
Didn't do any bungee jumping. Went a lot higher than I wanted to on a couple of occasions. Didn't go into the Strat, didn't go up into the Strat, but we went got a higher than I was comfortable with for somebody who's scared of heights.
Gotcha.
It was a lot.
You pushed an envelope.
Pushed an envelope or two, yeah.
Good.
But got a lot of 7-year-old fun out.
Good.
Go karting. Did some some laser tagging. It was fun.
Good. I'm glad you had a good time. I'm glad a lot of fun. Got to see some. So, a return trip to Vegas anytime soon?
Not until I can afford it. It was everything's incredibly expensive there.
Yeah.
Not to mention, dude, it's like a 14-hour drive.
Yeah.
The there is not bad because you're anticipating, we're going to Vegas.
Exciting.
The coming back was a nightmare.
Yeah.
We're like 6 hours away from home, and we're both of us were just falling asleep.
Yeah, and plus you've probably had like 8 hours of sleep. In
the entire time.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the night before we got back to the hotel like 1 a.m. and we left at 4:30.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was not a good idea. There wasn't enough coffee and Red Bull in the world to keep us fueled.
Yeah.
We made it back, but barely.
Wow. Don't recommend that at home, kids.
No. Get a good night's sleep before you're going to drive 16 hours, kids.
Yes. Good tip. Good tip.
I recommend it.
Real quick before we get into the show and all that, like traveling food. Did you hit any good spots?
Definitely.
Because I always love hitting the interstate, looking at the signs for exits. Like, ooh, they got a bubble. Let's hit there.
I'm going to say this. I'm not going to say never. It's going to be a real long time before I go back to Starbucks.
Yeah?
Every time we passed a Starbucks,
you had to stop?
We had to stop. I know it sounds like
that's your friend's fault.
No, it's absolutely my friend's fault because she's fueled by coffee. No other coffee would do. Starbucks was the only one that would do.
No Dunkin' or convenience store coffee.
I'm so tired of Starbucks coffee. It was every single day. And the problem was we had stuff to do.
Yeah.
But we had to stop for 30 minutes or 20 minutes to get coffee. It's like, ugh. I know she's not listening, so I can complain. But yeah, no, it was a good time. It was fun.
Well, just get her coffee for Christmas.
No, it's the $50 Starbucks gift card for sure.
There you go.
Absolutely.
And then maybe follow that with one of those box buckets of coffee from Starbucks.
Right?
Here's a gift card and a box bucket of coffee for you. All right, let me give you the rundown for today's show. We're gonna this hour here in just a little bit. Margaret Kinneard's going to be joining us. Margaret was our Leadership Roswell Alumni Award winner at the Leadership Roswell Alumni Banquet last week. And so we're going to chat with her, talk a little about the award, and talk about her experiences and Leadership Roswell and all that good stuff. In the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15, we're going to replay an interview. Xanthia Wright with Main Street Roswell joined us on Friday, talking a little bit about UFO Festival.
Nice.
So we're going to play that for you. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, getting back to Leadership Roswell Alumni Association, Dale Rogers is our Lifetime Achievement Award winner at the banquet on last Thursday. And so we're going to have Dale call in, and we'll talk with Dale for a little bit. So him and his wife, actually, Day and Cale Rogers, were we lost Kay here in the last year. So, but we'll chat with Dale for a little bit on the telephone there.
Very good.
And then, of course, we'll do all of your other features, that include news of the local national varieties and all that good stuff. By the way, I know city and everything. I know there is more rain coming. Hopefully not as much as we got yesterday, but. City's got sandbags, all that stuff. I saw Roswell Disaster Relief. They've got sandbags available, things like that, too. So we'll talk more about that here.
Resources available.
But did you see some of the stuff online and some of the flooding and everything?
I heard there was like two or three homes that were basically like lost.
Well, there was one area where I guess about a year ago they had the exact same thing happen. And, yeah, they had city councilors and everybody and city officials out there helping people move water and getting everything else out there and getting that cleaned up as best as possible. So
it sucks about living in a desert when you get all of your rain in 1 to 2 storms. I mean, it really does. It has an effect.
Well, it's like, it doesn't rain very often. You should be here the day it does, and that's exactly what yesterday was. It was one of those events there. Saw the bridge there by Brendo and all that get washed out too. It's crazy. Yeah. So be careful out there. But there is more rain coming. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and take a look at your weather, and we'll talk about rain of the future. Future.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We've got a chance of showers and thunderstorms today with some of that moist monsoon air coming in. Low 80s on our afternoon high, keeping us a little cool with that cloud cover. Mostly cloudy overnight, and scattered showers are low in the upper 60s, and then a pretty good chance of afternoon showers again on Tuesday. Partly cloudy, our high should be around 85, maybe a shower on Wednesday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 64 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 90% with winds currently out of the west at 5 miles per hour. We got a 20% chance at showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. Partly cloudy, 82 the expected high with north winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, our rain chance bumps up to 50%. They're saying scattered showers and thunderstorms mainly late after midnight. Mostly cloudy. Overnight low of 68. Winds will be out of the north at around 5 miles per hour. They're saying tonight less than 1/10 of an inch expected, except for a thunderstorm moving through the area. Tomorrow we're looking at a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Mostly cloudy with a high of 85 tomorrow. Winds will be out of the northeast, 5 to 10 miles per hour. They're saying, again, less than 1/10 of an inch of rain expected tomorrow, except for if we get a thunderstorm. Tomorrow night, we're looking at a 30% chance of showers, mainly before midnight, partly cloudy with an overnight low of 66 and south winds at around 10 miles per hour. And then looking at the rest of the week, 20% chance of rain Wednesday, mostly sunny and highs right around 90. Thursday, sunny, high of 95. Friday, a 20% chance of showers, mostly sunny and 95. And then the weekend, rain chances as well, 30% chance of rain, high of 96, and then Sunday a 40% chance of rain, mostly sunny and 94. So monsoon season it is. I didn't know we were going to get it all in one afternoon, but I guess we can't complain. It's one of those things like all we've been clamoring for is rain. Now you got it. You complain about it. Well, we didn't have to get it all in 3 hours. Just not being picky, but I guess I am. All right, it is 7:26. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll get your livestock report in, and then a quick break. And then Margaret Kinner going to join us on the other side, and we'll talk all about her Leadership Roswell Alumni Award she earned last Thursday here. So that's on the other side. Don't go away.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. A good June run this week following some good rain in the drawing area and a nice selection of all classes of cattle, especially good quality native calves and light yearlings with condition. We expect to sell 600 head, break it down like this: 100, 125 weighing cows and bulls, 50 to 75 pairs of bred cows, 450, 500 calves and yearlings. Today's sale will include 15 to 20 cow-calf pairs, mostly black, white-face Angus and Brangus crosses with Angus calves at their side. These cows 4 to 10 years old. 25 to 30 bred cows, mostly black, white-face and Charolais crossbred cows bred to Angus, mostly third trimester. 5 to 9 years old. 15 to 20 roping size calves here today. 57 calves, the Hendricks Ranch, Flying H, New Mexico. Good quality black Angus and Brangus crosses, cattle weaned, thin condition, 400, 500 pounds. 46 light yearlings, R&S Cattle Company of Vaguita, New Mexico. Good quality English crossbreds, 2 rounds of shots, medium flesh used in sorting and pinnings. 550, 650 pounds. 21 calves, Mr. Steve Haynes, Artesia, New Mexico. Ex-quality black Brangus cross calves, medium condition, 400, 550 pounds. 22 light yearlings, the Kincaid Brothers, Pinon, New Mexico. Ex-quality black Brangus crosses, medium condition, right off grass, 500, 700 pounds. Sale time this morning will be 9 o'clock. Sell pairs of bred cows 9:30 to 9:45. Be selling calves and yearlings about 10 to 10:30. Also, no sale next Monday, July the 4th. We expect to sell 600 head here today. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
Well, the biting bugs and the ferocious flyers are out in force, and if you don't take care of them now, you'll be swatting and scratching all summer. Makes me itchy just thinking about it. Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. Whether it's keeping the fleas and ticks off your animals or keeping the flies and mosquitoes away from your barbecue, you gotta use the right stuff, and you gotta do it at the right time. So come see us now at Roswell Seed Company, and don't let the bugs tick you off. Get it? Tick.
Roswell Skin Center, a brand new state-of-the-art facility located in the 400 Penn Plaza building here in Roswell, is now accepting new patients. Dr. Brandon Cometti and his team offer a full range of skin care services, including general dermatology, surgical and cosmetic procedures, including cutting-edge laser rejuvenation, Botox, filler, laser hair removal, chemical peels, and other non-invasive options to improve skin health and turn back the hands of time. Call and schedule your appointment at Roswell Skin Center today. 208-2509. That's 208-2509.
We teach our kids to say please and thank you to total strangers. But we get so familiar in our marriages and families, we stop being polite to each other. Hi, this is Pastor Troy and my wife, Miss Julie Smotherman, for The Joy of Marriage.
In the love chapter of 1 Corinthians 13, it says that love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. We emphasize being polite to each other in our family, which promotes an attitude of respect and brings peace in our home. Remember your manners with the person you love the most. Appreciate the things they do for you and let them know.
Being polite to each other can help you avoid conflict. Let's be polite to strangers, but let's not give our best to the people we don't live with. Let's give our best to each other.
If you have any questions or would like further information about the Joy of Marriage Ministry, please go to jomconference.com.
Your fingernails grow faster on your dominant hand. Not sure which is your dominant hand? Just wait. You'll nail it. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 7:30, and joining us in studio this morning, wearing her I Won an Award hat today, Margaret Kinnard's back with us. Good morning. How you doing today?
Good morning. Good.
Good. Well, glad to have you back. And first off, family, everybody doing okay after storms last night? You guys?
Well,
you have dry clothing on, so that's a good good sign.
Yes.
Good. Well, good. I'm glad everybody fared okay out there. I know it was a little rough one for some folks last night out there.
Yes.
So, but Margaret was awarded last week. I should back up a little bit farther. Last week, Leadership Roswell Alumni Association had their annual leaders banquet where they honor some great leaders in our community. And these are folks that they seek nominations from the public. And we had a great batch of winners this year. Of course, Kay and Dale Rogers, which we're going to talk to Dale in the 9 o'clock hour here. He and his wife were named our Lifetime Achievement winners. Jason Perry, who we talked to last week, Outstanding Leader Award. Tina Cisneros, who we'll talk to tomorrow, our Community Commitment to Youth Leader Award. And then Margaret was voted our Leadership Roswell Alumni Award for her service to Leadership Roswell alumni. So first off, congratulations.
Thank you.
But I know Thursday at the ceremony, it was a great ceremony. I know you and your family just had a great time. You came out and the whole family was there to support you, and there was a lot of glistening eyes and big smiles on everybody's face. So I think it was a fun, proud moment for you and your family, I'm sure.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, you guys did such a great job. And in years past, I've been a part of that event, putting it together. And I know how much work goes into it. And you guys always pull it off. And if you've had any, issues or hitches, you guys, we can't tell. So it went great.
I know Elaine and Amy and all those folks did an amazing job. I had the easy part. I just basically show up and say hi and tell people about stuff. But
there's a lot of planning that goes into that over several months.
They did a lot of that.
Yes.
They hit the ground running with that. And it for something we hadn't been able to do in a couple years, and I think everyone was ready. And so that always helps when people are ready to come out and get. And I think people were ready. I feel like because we had a great turnout. I mean,
think
it was.
So, yeah.
I would say I only saw a couple empty seats in that place. The rest was pretty full, and I think people were just ready to kind of get back to living the way they remember it again and doing stuff. So I think that in and of itself was nice, just that we got to get together and do it in a normal fashion again.
Yeah.
So the fact that that we got to do it that way, and of course you and your family, I think it was just a culmination of, hey, we're out, things are normal, we got through this. I think people were as happy to be on the other side of COVID as they were to be out and apart and celebrating yourself and these other amazing people in our community. So
Yeah.
I think that made it that much more special. So
Yes, it's been a while that people have been able to gather, and especially for this event,
Sure.
It's been on hiatus for 2 years.
So I'm curious, just me, because Margaret is inside baseball on Leadership Roswell. She knows the ins and outs. It's kind of hard to keep secrets. I'm curious was there any inkling hint?
No, not at all.
I'm curious, just how did. I mean, it's Amy and them do a great job of keeping off people's radar, but I just was. I mean, was it out of left field? Did you have any hint? Or?
I was floored. Jean Ann texted me, and she asked me if I was going to be home. And
Jean Ann Down, I believe, was the nominating person.
Yeah, she nominated me. And so she texted me, and I didn't think anything about it. She said, I'm going to come by. And I said, okay,
You're just thinking, maybe she got a book or something for me.
I don't know,
Drink some wine. What are we doing here?
And she stopped by, and she said, she handed me this envelope, and she said, you've won an award. And I was floored. Yeah, I had no idea.
Oh, cool.
Totally shocked.
Good deal.
And very honored.
Well, I'm glad that I thought maybe you would have caught wind of it or
Not
something.
at all.
Well, good.
Not at all.
I'm glad.
You guys did a good job of keeping it under.
Well, and Margaret's very dedicated to the program, so it's a Herculean task for those folks to kind of keep it off your radar, to be honest. So I'm as impressed with them as I'm happy that you weren't able to find out, because I was like, she's gonna find out. She's gonna find out somehow.
I didn't, and I was like I was just shocked, because you look at this list of people, and I don't consider myself on any of those levels.
Well, and that's why you're on the list. That's because you don't, and that's the discussion I always have, is like the people that won. The last thing on their mind was winning an award. They just care about doing the stuff, and so that's exactly why you won this award.
I have I was nominated or elected president for Leadership Roswell after I graduated, or it's before you graduate, but you stick around after you graduate for a year, and I just loved the program so much that I thought, I want to be able to stay involved somehow.
Gotcha.
And
so for you, it was almost like you found your niche, you know what I mean? Like you, the group of people, the goal, the point of it. For you, it was kind of like, this is where I'm meant to be, kind of like you're. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth.
Well,
but.
I just thought this is such a positive, uplifting program.
Sure.
Education, it's educating people on what happens here in Chaves County.
Right.
I just thought, this is something I have to stay involved with, and so I was very honored that Rick said, sure. You don't know, but
sure.
a lot of organizations or clubs or groups or whatever, you see them from the outside and you think everything's good, but really they need volunteers.
Absolutely.
So,
well, and the ones that do it right, you wouldn't even know they're in dire straits sometimes. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's that duck analogy where they want you to see the smooth on the top, not the craziness under the water line.
Right.
Yeah.
So, it worked. It kind of worked with my schedule. I was able to, for several years, my employer would allow me to remain involved, because it's a huge
time-consuming effort. Absolutely.
It's a one Friday a month. It's, several meetings
hours
throughout
and hours
the year.
of planning. Yeah, absolutely.
So I was great. I'm grateful that I've had, employers that have.
Well, I would even offer that probably your experiences through there make you a better employee at your day job, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's one of the things that I love so much about Leadership Roswell because, it's about so many things. It's about networking, but it's really challenging it challenges you to be better at wherever you're at.
Right.
And so that's one of the things that I just loved about it. And, I did share a little bit last week that I would go home from when I was in Leadership Roswell and I was actually taking the class. I would go home and, tell my kids, oh, you got to, I got to read this to you. Or, I remember sitting down and making my kids watch the Lou Holtz video that we watched just because there was so much good information. He's a coach, sure, but there are so many life lessons in his speeches and stuff.
Well, he's a coach with a personality, so he can, it's like some people can do what they're talking about but can't show, you know what I mean?
Right.
And he's got that ability to do and to share it with others.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And so it makes it a little bit more special when you have a guy of that caliber that can present it in a way that you're like, oh, yeah, that connects.
Right.
So that's why I think that video kind of, is played every year throughout the history of Leadership Roswell.
Yeah. I mean, you have some people that say, oh, it's outdated. But really, if you can look past...
The principles aren't.
Right.
The characters might be, but
yes.
the values of which it teaches aren't. They're timeless. So,
yeah. And for somebody, I mean, he has such a great story himself. He had his own struggles. He had, before he got to the top where he was, he had to work really hard to get there. So that's pretty inspiring as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. And to do it with the attitude in which he did it. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times you go through a gauntlet and it takes a piece of you when you go through it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And when you come out the other side, you're not always the same person. And to be able to do that and still not lose any of the things that make you special. That's the trick sometimes.
Well, and that's what I love about Leadership Roswell, because I think it inspires people to get involved or, to do something maybe that they had wanted to do and they hadn't done it before or hadn't had the courage or I think that it just builds people up. And so that's what I love about Leadership Roswell, because if you look, there are people that have gone through Leadership Roswell that have run for office or started a business or,
Matter of factly, we had, I know at least one candidate in the last municipal election that they were in Leadership Roswell, and by the time they came out, they said, I'm going to run, the stuff they learned, the stuff they did inspired them to commit to do more. And they didn't win, but I respect the heck out of what that is and what that's about. And to me, just for someone to come in this class and then come out and say, I'm committed, I'm going to run, I'm going to do all that. I mean, that speaks volumes for, just think of every class we had one person come out and did that. You know how many great leaders we'd have right now? I mean, we do that. But I mean, as far as something in a public spotlight, like running for a public office, things like that, to me, that was, so I was actually very impressed by that kind of thing to do that. And so I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of that. And who knows, I imagine. And that's the thing about Leadership Roswell, it's, and you may not understand it until you've gone through it. It's just that you realize that you're now officially like plugged into a lot of information, a lot of people. And that part in and of itself is a value that you really can't measure in Leadership Roswell, because those connections, especially in a community like this, where we got the big dog feel but in a small dog body kind of thing. You know what I mean? That where we're bigger, we're the biggest little town on the planet. Everyone knows us, but at the end of the day, it's just a little tight group of 50,000 people, and so with that, you tend to swim in a lot of the same circles, and so to know the people that run and move, that make things happen in our community, to have those connections makes it so easier to do what you want to do, as far as adding to that. And that's, to me, that's something you can't measure with leadership. I mean, we could teach leadership skills, we can do all that stuff, but the X factor to me is that networking, is that making those connections that might be the door of opportunity to open to you and to somebody else that would have not been available. And I think Leadership Roswell is one of those few unique places that bring that to the table.
I think I don't know what it is about the program, but I believe it is something magical about it. I mean, it's not magical in and of itself, but there's something about it.
You sure Rick's not a wizard? I haven't seen his robes or nothing, but he's not conjuring things in a pot or something, right?
He has fine-tuned this program. I can't say enough about Rick Kraft for pouring his life into this program over the past 30 years.
I think the program is a mirror of him, and of 30-plus years of dedication to it, and it is an extension of him. Because you know Rick as well, better than I do, obviously. But I mean, you know him very well, and what one thing that I think most people say is his commitment to others, his to be that calm in a storm type person. Certain people that are like that, like could be in a tense room, and then this person walks in, like, okay, might be. Rick's kind of one of those people. Would you agree with that? I mean, do you feel like? I think so. I feel like
but he does. He does worry a lot about the day getting all of our speakers in line,
sure.
the day going smoothly. But
when he's presenting and talking to you, he feels like that. To me, anyway, I always just like, okay, he's like. Certain people walk in a room, you're like, okay, I feel like we're in good hands. And to me, he's one of those individuals
absolutely
that does that. And you're like, all right, I feel like we'll figure it out. He's here. We're good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And he's just created generations of that. So when Rick decides to hang it up, I think we've got a lot of great people that can not as well as Rick, obviously, but I think we got enough people that because of him that could fill that void and do that because of such a great track record and history of what the program has brought thus far. I think, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And he lives it.
Mm-hmm.
When he's presenting something at Leadership Roswell, he always says, I'm talking to myself first, and he's basically saying, I don't have this down, but this is where my effort is to do this. But, anyway, I don't know what Leadership Roswell will do without Rick. And I don't know how much longer, that time is that he's.
But I think because of him in the program, we got enough people in this community now that have the skill sets.
It might take 10 people to fill his shoes.
Yeah.
But
you got to find the person that would. I think there's people with the capabilities. Is there people willing to commit the time and effort and dedication? You know what I mean? Like we got some amazing, strong, and smart people, but do they have the time to invest into it like he would?
Right.
And that's God. I hope so. God, I hope so. But it just is a real testament to what he's done with this program, and to be honest, he wouldn't do it without people like you. Like I'm pretty sure if Rick didn't have like yourself these last few years and the people that have come before you doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Margaret hasn't been doing it the whole 30 years. So,
no.
Don't let her tell you otherwise. But what I mean is, without that, I think Rick would have dried up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He would have burned out the candle at both ends a long time ago. And I think that's where you're such a vital role into that because as amazing as Rick is, Rick can only go in so many directions and things, and without the people to keep him on task, to help him navigate through these, to even, bring to his attention things that he may have missed. That's a valuable thing. And that's, I'm sure if we brought Rick in here talking about you, he'd probably say he couldn't have done half the stuff he did without you in the room helping him.
I think he could pull it off. He has superhero powers. I honestly believe that. It's funny because I'll get an email from him at like 3:00 in the morning, and I'm like, "Do you not sleep?"
Right.
He really doesn't sleep.
Yeah,
he can sleep on 4 hours.
I think he does all his emailing at 3 and 4 in the morning. Because I know whenever I get an email from Rick, it's always 3:30, 4 a.m. I'm like, who's sending emails at 4 in the morning?
He he's got some. He has a love of life, and he lives with an urgency. And so I think that's how come he does, Leadership Roswell does so well.
Yeah.
Is because, one of the things that makes me kind of laugh about him is, giggle to myself is that he cannot have 2, 3, 4 minutes that are not accounted for in a Leadership Roswell day. It has to be if a speaker is late, he feels like he's wasting everybody's time. And so that's one of the things that.
So he gets anxious, and because he's afraid I get you. Yeah.
So because he knows that we all have an expiration date, he is trying to fill every one of those moments in our life in Leadership Roswell packed full.
Well, someone can tell Rick that we can breathe every once in a while.
Yes.
But I know exactly of which you speak. And to be honest, that's why the Leadership Roswell program, it's so, because he does pack in literally, he's literally packing 5 pounds of dirt in a 3-pound bucket is what he's trying to do.
He's trying to give everyone their bang for their buck.
Yeah, absolutely. And but like you said, it creates a problem where we're like, can we keep up with Rick's level of pace here and going on? And because he has such a passion for this too, and hopefully one day he'll learn to relax. Like one day he'll be like, "What do you got going on today?" I don't know. I don't think Rick's ever answered "I don't know" to that question, but one of these days I think he will. He needs a day or two at least.
Yeah.
What do you got going on today? I don't know.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Well, God bless Tanya, because she.
Yeah, she got to keep up with him.
She does.
Or wrangle them, one or the other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either one's a Herculean task. But so I'm curious for you. I mean, now do you think your role's are you looking to increase, decrease? I mean, as far as Leadership Roswell, are you, is anything changing for you? I know you kind of took a year off there with the baby and everything.
Yes.
And so
that was kind of mandatory. Or
yeah.
else,
Well, you got to now. Are you back in get more involved for 22, or do you get still more family time here?
No. I met with Rick about a month ago.
Okay.
And I'm committed to continue on with Leadership Roswell and assist Rick in however I can, and the new president. Irma.
Yeah.
And Todd is back on.
Yeah. And he's going to be kind of in the admin side like you are. So that'll be another person to help you guys out. So where it was the Rick and Margaret show, now you at least got Todd to kind of add as a three-headed monster in there. So.
Well, he was president as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
he's been involved. As long as I have, him and I were in the same class. So the 2019 or what I think it was.
It's crazy, but I get all the years mixed up, and sometimes now I even forget when I graduated. Well, but I think it's 2015, and so. But yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a great year.
Yeah,
we're all going to be in to help each other. So.
By the way, next, we're actually the applications for 2022, 2023 that class. Are being accepted right now. The deadline's come up here at the end of July, so you got about a month and whatever's left in June here to get those applications. You can go to the Chamber of Commerce. You can go. I believe you can go to their website and download it.
They're on the website.
You can go there and ask for them to give you a copy, and then just bring it back or email it back to the chamber by 5 p.m. on July 31st.
31st.
And then trust me. It takes some time to fill out the application. It's all short answer, or it's not. It's not fill in the blank. It's the answer. It's questions that they are asking for your opinion on and put little thought into. So when you say because they'll ask questions like, "What's Roswell's biggest problem in your opinion?" And if you just say crime, well, thanks, genius, for that little bit of insight. What does that mean to you? What we were looking for people that's got to put some thought into it. So one-word answers and stuff are not going to be your friend on this. We want you to put some thought, and I'm going to tell you this. There's only room for 30 in the class. We always get more than 30 applications, especially the last 5-6 years. We've been really getting some big numbers, 50, 60 applications.
Had to turn away as many as we accepted, which is really hard to do.
Which is a good problem. Don't get me wrong. We love to see it. But on that note, if you've applied in the past and did not make it in, you actually get a little bit weighted, so please apply again. You'll get a bit more weight applied. Repeat appliers get a bit of a priority on there, so please reapply. Your odds are probably a little bit better this time to get in, and because if you have a desire, we want you in the program. We just physically only have room for 30. Right. If we could figure out a way to do it and not lose anything off the class, I'm sure we'd do it bigger. But but at some point it detracts from the program when you get it too big.
Yeah, I mean, in most conference rooms, you can't, you that's where you look.
It's hard enough to move 30 bodies around, yeah.
And then with tours, I mean, we already split up,
yeah.
To do tours, but if you have more than 30, it makes it really hard.
Yeah, sometimes we're kind of like that field trip at the museum where all the kids are wearing the same color T-shirt and they're kind of wandering and, all right, stay together, everybody. That's us usually at a lot of these places. Stay together, everybody.
Right.
but yeah, so please apply. Please get the application. Take some time to read it and think about some of these questions, and then like I said, you got plenty of time now to kind of think and get your responses out. I know you're going to pick it up and put it on a table somewhere and forget about it till about July 27th and be like, oh yeah, I got to get that application in. But if you do think about it, and trust me, and by the way, if you do get accepted, the commitment is basically a Friday a month. It's usually around the first Friday of the month. It's an all-day affair. There will be, I think the trip to Santa Fe is back on for this year, right? Isn't that the plan?
That's what we're hoping for.
Assuming the world doesn't change much between now and January here. But the plan will be back for an overnight stay in Santa Fe where you go and meet, hopefully, the Roundhouse and meet the governor's house and Supreme Court and all these various places. COVID kind of dictates where and when we can do that kind of stuff. But that's in a normal world, that's where they get to go and do all that stuff. So really, it's an overnight trip and basically a Friday a month from August till about May time frame.
Yeah,
so.
Well, September.
Yeah,
and we'll have. I think one of the things that I like most about it that originally I when I went through it was I'm a pretty shy person, and I don't know if people really catch on to that, but it's really hard for me to it's something I have to work through in situations.
You're not a person that goes up and says, hi, I'm Margaret, how you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I just have always been shy. You know, I've had to work myself out of that. But one of the things that I loved about Leadership Roswell, I mean, you walk into a classroom and on the very first day and maybe you know one or two people, but maybe you've heard of more of people. You know, that was my situation. I had heard of people, heard their names, but I didn't really know them.
Right, knew of them, but didn't know them.
Yeah. And so then by the end of it, though, I mean, you have all of these team building things that happen throughout the year, you know, and by the end of it, you have 30 new friends.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you're going to find yourself doing stuff outside of Leadership Roswell together. I know there's a couple people in my class now, like one gentleman, Don, we were in class together. Now we're in Leadership Roswell together. Now we're in, there's like 3 different organizations him and I are cross paths in and are friends in. So it's just kind of, and it accidentally started in Leadership Roswell. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. So that's to me in and of itself, that is as big of a draw to be a part of Leadership Roswell as the actual classes and the learning and the actual going through and doing things out of your comfort zone and all the stuff that the program's part of. You know, to me, that side of it, the relationships, the friends, that's is almost as big and that's the one that you don't really see till afterwards. You know what I mean? And it's really cool. So we're running short on time here. Anybody you want to talk to before?
I'd like to thank the Leadership Roswell Alumni Board for hosting such a wonderful event.
A lot of good people in that board.
Yeah, recognizing people in our community. Of course, I want to thank Jean Ann.
Oh, yeah.
She and I graduated together, and so she and I have that bond.
You were classmates the whole time,
Yes, we were classmates, and we grew close. And as a matter of fact, when I came on as president, she helped me that year.
So you two are kind of joined at the hip there for a little bit.
Yeah, she really was like, you know, because at that time.
Your right-hand person there, yeah.
Romo was in my position that I'm in now, and he had some stuff going on, and he was going back to school. So Jean Ann really stepped up and, you know, helped me and Rick through that year. And so, you know, and she's been active on the alumni board since then. Yeah. And so I just want to thank her, and I know she couldn't attend last week. But
yeah, she's out of town.
Yes,
I think she's on vacation. I think, right, or is she just out of town?
I'm not sure, but anyway, just thank Jean Ann and hugs to her and Denzel and.
Matter of fact, her husband was in my class.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, her husband went through.
And my husband was in your class.
Yeah, that's right. Her husband was in my class too, man. That's right. We had quite the class there, didn't we?
Yeah, it was a good year.
It was a good year.
But Jean Ann's and mine was the best year, so.
Tomato.
We'll agree to disagree.
I think your husband would agree with me, just saying.
Yeah.
Jean Ann Dunn's husband would agree with me, too. I just say it. But
yeah.
Anyway, well, congratulations.
Yeah.
And thank you for your service.
I want to thank my family. Let me just say thank John, because he's, supported me in helping break through these past few years.
But see, she keeps growing the family. They keep growing the family. And so while she's we're around doing this, John's at the home front making sure the family's taken care of. So, without him, you aren't doing this stuff either. So, it's great. A commitment on his part as well. So absolutely. Well, great. Well, congratulations. Maybe he should get an award, too. He should. This. Yeah, maybe they should, cut a piece off of it to give to John there. So, but congratulations, seriously.
Thank you.
And good luck, because I know this is just the next chapter, and you as we get bigger and growing and more things happening, Leadership Roswell, I know you're going to be part of all of that, and we do. We thank you for your commitment, and we appreciate what you've done and what you're going to keep doing. That's Margaret's 22, so she's got 500 years of this ahead of her still. So
I wish.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you next time. Okay.
All right.
Don't work too hard. Stay dry too. That's easier said than done. All right, we're gonna take a quick break before news. Don't go away.
What if? What if the government lied? What if aliens survived the crash? What if they escaped? What if they're still here, hiding, waiting, preparing? What then? Find out the truth behind the 1947 Roswell incident in novel form. TheVetrixSeries.com.
Your home for Coast to Coast AM in Roswell, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. After directing the bulk of its firepower away from the Ukrainian capital in recent weeks, Russia once again unleashing an attack on Ukraine's #1 city.
Emergency workers battled flames and rescued civilians from apartment buildings in Kyiv. Mayor Vitaly Klitschko says one person was killed, 6 injured.
It's maybe symbolic aggression.
The attack came with Western leaders meeting in Europe, preparing to reaffirm their support for Ukraine and condemnation of Russia. President Biden speaking with German Chancellor Olaf Scholz at the start of the G7 meeting.
We have to stay together, because Putin has been counting on from the beginning. And somehow NATO would, and the G7 would splinter, but we haven't, and we're not going to.
Good message is that we all made it to stay united, which obviously Putin never expected.
I'm Ben Thomas.
Russia defaulting on its foreign debt for the first time in a long time. The last such default occurred in 1918. That was during the upheaval caused by the Bolshevik Revolution. Despite recent declines in gas prices, down a few pennies in the past couple of weeks, fuel price analyst Trilby Lundberg says there's still plenty of pain at the pump.
Since gasoline prices are $1.90 per gallon more than they were 1 year ago, each 15-gallon fill costs a motorist $28.55 more. That's each fill. So this is a very big bite into consumers' pocketbooks.
Lundberg putting the national average at $5.05 a gallon for regular. AAA's average is a fraction below $4.90 per gallon. On Wall Street right now, stocks in the red. The Dow is down about 110 points, while the NASDAQ Composite Index is off 53, and the S&P trading 10 points lower. More on these stories at townhall.com.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshares. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, well, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder and CEO of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. And the process started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. Sounds crazy, right? Well, the crazy thing is this never ends. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. I guarantee if we can't cancel your timeshare, you'll pay nothing.
Were you lied to when buying a timeshare and want out? Get the facts about timeshare cancellation. Call Wesley now for your free information kit. 800-691-9999. 800-691-9999. 800-691-9999.
Villagers see destruction everywhere and help is in short supply. Days after an earthquake devastated a remote area of southeast Afghanistan, killing at least 1,150 people. Those who were barely scraping by have lost everything. Many have yet to be visited by aid groups which are struggling to reach the afflicted area on rutted roads. There are fears that help will come too late to the impoverished provinces that straddle the country's border with Pakistan. Aware of its constraints, the cash-strapped Taliban calling for foreign assistance. China has joined countries pledging nearly $7.5 million worth of aid, but the relief effort remains patchy for this latest calamity to convulse Afghanistan. South African police investigating the deaths of at least 21 people at a nightclub in the coastal town of East London on Sunday. Authorities say that most of the victims were minors as young as 13. News and analysis at townhall.com. Rudy Giuliani is attacked during a campaign stop.
The former New York mayor was in front of a grocery store on Staten Island Sunday campaigning for his gubernatorial candidate son Andrew when a store worker slapped him on the back, angry about the Roe v. Wade decision. Witnesses say a 39-year-old man accosted the former mayor with an open hand, hurling an expletive at him. The 78-year-old Giuliani did not appear to be seriously hurt. The man was taken into custody and charged with second-degree assault of a senior citizen. Rhonda Rockster reporting.
The Colorado Avalanche winning the Stanley Cup after dethroning the two-time defending champ Tampa Bay Lightning. The Avalanche beat the Lightning 2-1 in Game 6 of the Stanley Cup final. Once again on Wall Street this hour, stocks are in the red with the Dow down about 4 points and the Nasdaq off 33, the S&P 2 points lower. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. So they go guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The Deuce.
Of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Buenos Monday.
See.
Happy drying out? No, not really. We got more rain coming. But, yeah, more rain coming.
So it's, I actually read a story. It's officially being called a century storm.
But didn't we have it last year?
Yeah, I know. They're saying it's what they call a 1%er or a century storm.
Except when it happens every year, it's not a 1%er anymore.
Yeah. Maybe other things are contributing to it. Maybe there's some things that need to rein in. Saying there's a reason Old Man Weather's angry.
I think he's we're just bad people,
right?
We deserve it. But
how come Old Man Weather has to be? Weather has to be an old crotchety old man, but nature gets to be a sweet mother.
Isn't Old Man Winter?
No, it's Old Man Weather.
I thought it was winter.
It's probably Old Man Winter. I've always heard Old Man Weather.
I always heard winter.
Or maybe it's just the old weather man. I don't know. My town did have an old weatherman growing up. His name was Lloyd.
We all do.
Mm-hmm.
We all do.
We all have a Lloyd.
We all have a Lloyd.
Somewhere in our lives.
Well, happy Monday. Happy post-rain. Hopefully you did okay there. And there's potential for more rain coming over the next week here. So keep those sandbags handy and all that stuff. And if you need more, I know the city's got some and all that good stuff. Reach out.
Yes.
Because we do have more rain.
They are asking you to bring your own shovel because you do need to fill your own bags.
Yeah, they got a pile of sand in bags, and you get to go and fill and take as many as you need.
Sure,
so
absolutely.
But hopefully you don't need any more, even though we do have rain coming, but hopefully we can not all 3 inches in one hour here. But we'll see. But more rain is coming on saturated ground. So
the good news is, after kind of doing a little cursory drive around this morning, it seems that most of it is getting absorbed.
Yeah.
Like it seems like most of like the gigantic puddles have become smaller puddles.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming, evaporation at this point I would assume is probably not happening. So it's got to be going somewhere.
Not much.
It's getting soaked
Maybe
in.
right now, but overnight certainly not.
Yeah. So a lot of that's probably getting soaked in. It's probably going to some, getting some good use.
Yeah. So enjoy it.
I just want to sit out on my front porch with a cup of tea, just look it out, go, we needed this.
That's a lifting commercial right there. Get off the merry-go-round and enjoy life with a cup of tea. But speaking of beverages, I tried a new Dr. Pepper.
There's a new Dr. Pepper?
Well, it was a zero version, but yeah. Shoot, now I can't remember. I think it's called Midnight Berry.
Like
I bought a 12-pack of it. I'll bring
Midnight Berry.
I'll bring you a can tomorrow.
All right, where'd you find it?
Albertsons yesterday.
Okay.
I was at Albertsons getting some groceries, and I saw the Dr. Pepper. I believe it's called Midnight Berry. Let me confirm there.
I got to say, because I've always heard that the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
I did try it. I will not. I will keep my opinions to myself until you try it because I don't want.
Does not sound positive.
No, it's not. It's not an indicator, good or bad. I don't want it to taint.
I definitely do want to try it. So I'm curious.
I have the zero version, dark berry. Maybe that's what it's called.
Okay.
Dark berry. Yeah, that's dark berry, not midnight berry.
Dr. Which.
Yeah, that's it. Dark berry. I tried
Dr. Pepper dark berry. See, I keep seeing these, and I thought it was okay. And I blame you, Dr. Pepper, because. Like a year ago, they ran a promotion with like one of the Avengers movies, or it was like the last time an Avengers
this one they got
was out.
Jurassic Park all over it, so I don't know if it. Yeah.
Well, the last time they ran something like this, it was a regular Dr. Pepper, but it was in a purple can. So I keep seeing these purple cans around. And I thought, it's just they're running off the.
Well, this one had Jurassic Park all over it, but it is a different flavor.
Yeah, I'm curious. A zero version, you said?
Yeah, I have the zero. I saw the regular first. And I'm like, I wonder if that's in a zero. And then I saw in a 12-pack they had a zero. So I purchased it, and I had 2 yesterday.
So the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. So I got to imagine it's got to be decent.
So I will bring a can tomorrow for you to try.
Let's see. It says classic taste of Dr. Pepper with blackberry, black currant, and black cherry. All right. Black currant is actually really common in other places. I was watching a video that basically they were talking about the fruit flavors of like America versus other countries, and black currant is one of the staple flavors in like the UK and like all of Europe.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like our like apple or strawberry. They go to black currant.
I feel like it's the name of some underground or European organized crime unit.
Right, black currant. Matter of fact. Skittles in the UK, black currant is one of the flavors.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think it replaces our grape. I think. I don't.
So they don't like grape flavor?
They just don't. It's not as common there. So black currant.
All right. Well, we will. I'll bring in a can. You can give it a try.
Nice.
Because to be honest, I wasn't sure if you were coming in today or tomorrow.
I wasn't either, dude. So okay. We were actually not quite to Socorro yet.
Okay.
So this was we'd been on the road for like 8 hours. Okay. So we're just zonked at this point, just exhausted. I took over for a while. She was driving for most of the trip. Misty was for most of the trip. So we're trying to get home. And of course we see a police officer, one of the fantastic, uniformed state patrol officers.
Okay.
God bless them. Pulled us over. And it was then we found out that we were going 96 in a 65.
Oh, wow. Were you driving or
I was not. No, okay. It was Misty. Thank God the guy took pity on us because we were like, officer, we've been on the road for like 9 hours. We're so tired on 3 hours of sleep. Please take pity. So he took a little pity on us.
Okay.
Issue us as big of a citation as he could have.
Well, that's nice.
But
where was that at?
That was just outside of Socorro. Just we'll call it just west of Socorro.
I imagine you're just going to pay that fine.
Uh-huh.
Rather than drive to Socorro to...
well, it was a statey, but I'm pretty sure, we're just going to take care of it.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you have to go back to the county that
county
it was issued, or I'm not sure.
So, we just decided, we're going to go with it. Yeah.
You got me.
I looked at Missy and said, I know I wasn't behind the wheel, but I'll pay for half of it. I don't care. Let's just get home.
Oh, you got the tater.
Got the tater. Was it the shirt that gave me away, officer, or was it the tats? I mentioned, because I got this one first, I got this one like 2 hours later in the post I put on Facebook. I mentioned that, I got it over here so that if I have to cover it up, for a meeting or whatever, I can get a watch. And my cousin was like, well, I guess you're going to have 2 watches now.
That's right. Or
a watch and a bracelet.
Yeah, you get you a rock band wristband.
Yeah.
You just got to learn to play guitar.
That's it. Game on.
Well, I went ahead and got the tattoos. I figured I might as well learn the guitar. But, well, good.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like you had fun, at least.
Oh,
you
dude,
just had a good time.
I mean, that's the entire reason I got these, because it was just, it was something I want to remember, because it was I have never taken in my adult life a for me vacation.
Yeah.
Every vacation I've ever taken was, well, let's go see family. Let's go, check on everybody.
Right.
Make sure everybody, knows I exist. This is the first time I've ever done like a recreational vacation, and it was perfect.
Well, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Even the horrible times were like, it was to the point where we almost died, so we just started laughing hysterically because that's, how we react to situations. So it just made it better.
Okay.
Yeah. Let that be a lesson to you, folks. If traumatic situations happen to you, just start laughing hysterically. The people around you will be terrified. They'll eventually, come around. They'll start laughing too. It's
They're
contagious.
coming to take me away.
It was very much like that. Yeah.
I can't wait.
Freeway driving in Vegas is terrifying.
Oh yeah. Yeah. See, I've actually been like either flown in or I took I've always had public transportation, which
recommended.
Yeah, it is. It's a way to get and they've got the little monorails, and there's ways to get around.
Sure.
Without as much headache. You just got to get a little creative. That's all. So. It is 8:15. We're going to replay an interview this hour. Xanthia Wright with Main Street Roswell joined us on Friday, and we discussed the UFO Festival and what Main Street Roswell has with the pet costume contest, the UFO Parade, which will be on Saturday morning this year. This week, by the way.
That's right. Getting underway this weekend.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, this is UFO Festival week, too. So, so we're going to play that interview here in just a bit. And then later on, we'll get you up to date with local news and all of that good stuff and whatever else we can come up with for this hour of the show. I still have not watched the last episode of Obi-Wan yet.
Right.
So I'm going to watch that soon. I had, for some reason, my Disney Plus app on my TV wasn't working.
Yeah.
Only way I could watch was on an iPad, and I was like, I don't feel like watching it on my iPad today. So.
Yeah. Coming back with to a kid-free week, so I think I'm going to try to get caught up on some TV this week.
All right. Boys, you got?
Finish Stranger Things. Try to start The Boys.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
I still have Moon Knight somewhere in the back. I've watched like 3 episodes of that.
You need to watch The Offer. You also need to watch.
I haven't started. I'm going to hold off on The Offer. That's kind of on my back burner, just because I've got 16 things I got to finish, or shows I got to finish first.
And then I finished
that one.
The Pistols.
Oh, did you?
Yes, the thing on the Sex Pistols.
Right.
So I'm done with that one.
Okay.
Too. So and by the way, I'm still behind on Animal Kingdom. See, the final season's
I saw
airing
the
now. I'm recording them, but I'm only like into episode 8 or something in season 5, because the season 5 wasn't up on Prime or anything.
Mm-hmm.
They only gave on demand on my satellite. Only gave me the first 5 episodes up until like a couple weeks ago, and when season 6 was like, all right, now they'll give you 5. So so I watched the first 5. And then I couldn't remember anything, so I watched the 5th episode again, and now I'm picking up 6 through whatever 10 or 12 it is to get to season 6. So I'm slightly behind.
I've heard good things about that show. That's probably one. That and Ozark are 2 that I really want to check out.
To me, if you like Sons of Anarchy or a fan of that, to me, I feel like Animal Kingdom is like Sons of Anarchy, but surfing instead of bikes.
Okay,
if that makes sense. It's instead of a biker gang, it's a gang. It's like a family, but it's the same dichotomy, the same relationships, the same mentality. Of doing their jobs and everything. It's very Sons of Anarchy.
That's another one I've heard a lot of good things about. Is Succession?
Oh yeah, that's an HBO one.
It is.
Isn't that one about?
It's basically just like a family of like that's like running a business.
Okay.
And it's essentially like the whole family has positions in the business.
Yeah, they're all like it's a rich family, and they're all power tycoons screwing each other, basically, and that kind of HBO's version of that.
I've heard a lot of really good stuff. So, boy, there's a lot of stuff to get to.
Yeah, it's overwhelming.
Yeah, that's right.
It is 18 minutes after 8 o'clock. Let's take a look at your weather.
Indeed.
More rain, maybe.
Fingers crossed.
All week, maybe.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We've got a chance of showers and thunderstorms today with some of that moist monsoon air coming in. Low 80s on our afternoon high, keeping us a little cool with that cloud cover. Mostly cloudy overnight, and scattered showers are low in the upper 60s, and then a pretty good chance of afternoon showers again on Tuesday. Partly cloudy, our high should be around 85, maybe a shower on Wednesday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently, I didn't scroll high enough, 67 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 81%. Winds currently out of the northwest at 5 miles per hour. We have a 20% chance at showers and thunderstorms today. Partly cloudy and a high of only 82, so a little cooler. Enjoy that. Imagine a little bit more humid. Winds will be out of the northeast, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of rain bumps up to 50% for tonight. They say mostly cloudy otherwise with an overnight low of 68. Winds will be out of the north at around 5 miles per hour. Tuesday, we're looking at a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms with a high of 85. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then tomorrow night, we're looking at a 30% chance of rain before midnight. Partly cloudy, overnight low of 66. Winds will be out of the south 5 to 10. 20% chance of rain Wednesday as well. Mostly sunny, highs right around 90. And then Thursday, just sunny skies and 95. And then Friday, rain chances again, 20% chance of rain, mostly sunny and 95. Weekend, more rain chances, 30% on Saturday, mostly sunny and 96. A 40% on Sunday, mostly sunny, high of 94. So maybe more moisture on the way. Like I said, I'll take it in small doses. We don't need 3 inches in an hour, but we need more of this stuff. So keep it coming. All right, it is 8:20. We're going to take about a 4-minute commercial break, and then on the other side of the break, we're going to play our interview we had on Friday with Xanthia Wright from Main Street Roswell, and talking about UFO Festival events through Main Street, the pet parade, costume contest, all that good stuff. We'll talk about that next. Don't go away.
Well, the biting bugs and the ferocious flyers are out in force, and if you don't take care of them now, you'll be swatting and scratching all summer. Makes me itchy just thinking about it. Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. Whether it's keeping the fleas and ticks off your animals or keeping the flies and mosquitoes away from your barbecue, you gotta use the right stuff, and you gotta do it at the right time. So come see us now at Roswell Seed Company, and don't let the bugs tick you off. Get it? Tick.
This is the moment you've been waiting for. You've convinced yourself it's warm enough to swim in your pool for the first time this season, even if the temperature still carries a hint of fading cold. Who cares? You've paid your winter dues. With hours inside and too much pie, it's time to open your pool. Barbecues, suntans, and games of Marco Polo. Here you come. The only question is, how ready is your pool? It has been waiting patiently for this day too, ready to make your neighbors drool. If you rely on BioGuard products, get ready to slap on some sunscreen and fire up the grill. Not only does BioGuard provide simple solutions, they also have expert dealers who can help you be the best pool owner you can be. Because when your eyes sparkle at the side of your pool, they should always return the favor. Visit your BioGuard dealer at Mays Lumber, 115 South Virginia in Roswell, and start the season off right.
We cut to order, special order, products sold and new. You can count on Mays Lumber Company.
This lot is hot. The summer of savings is on all month long at Roswell Nissan with scorching savings on a fresh lineup of amazing vehicles like a 2018 Nissan Altima for just $319 a month, a 2015 GMC Terrain for just $269 a month, or a 2016 Jeep Cherokee for just $209 a month. 0 down, no payments till August, and top dollar for your trade. And bring in your mailer for the chance to play Lucky Lotto and win cash. The summer of savings on now at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd, or shop online 24/7 at roswellnissan.com.
I have a snake for your drain. You might want to step back.
Oh no, baby.
All AC units moke a little. Is normal.
Oh no, baby.
Haha, now your sprinkler system's strong like bull.
Come on now. Don't let any fool work on your plumbing and air conditioning. Fergalicious. From clogged drains to sprinkler systems, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating is on the job. And who you gonna call for air filters and spring servicing on your AC unit? Fergalicious. Call Fergie's today, 622-2660. Nothing but love. Fergalicious.
For people suffering with joint pain, simple movement feels like just taking a step feels like, and lifting your arm can feel like. Don't let joint pain be in charge of your life. The skilled orthopedic experts at Loveless Medical Group SCORE are helping more people take back their lives with some of the most advanced surgeries in the region. We're doing more than restoring joints, we're restoring lives. Call Loveless Medical Group SCORE today at 575-625-3300 so life can feel like,
The blowout is on. The Honda Summer Blowout is on all month long at Roswell Honda with an amazing selection of sparkling new rides to choose from, like a 2017 Honda Accord for just $389 a month, a 2019 Ford EcoSport for just $349 a month, or a 2015 Chrysler 200 for just $249 a month. 0 down, no payments till September, and 0% financing available. And if you've ever thought about trading up, now is the best time. Your current vehicle has never been worth more. And bring in your mailer for a chance to win big. The blowout is on all month long at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Pressure Services LLC in Artesia has immediate openings for experienced vacuum truck, kill truck, and hydrovac operators. Operators must hold a Class A CDL or Class D CDL, at least 2 years of experience, and be at least 25 years of age. All positions require a clean driving record and must be able to pass a DOT drug and alcohol screen. Pressure Services offers great pay with IRA benefits and employer contributions toward health benefits. Please apply in person at 402 West Main in Artesia, inside the AIDS Safety Facility. Equal Opportunity Employer.
The average American spends 2.5 days a year looking for lost items. We aren't sure how long Europeans and Asians look for lost stuff. We lost the list. Here's Mike Winters.
In studio this morning from Main Street, Roswell, we have Xanthia Wright joining us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Good deal. Well, it's not to say that Main Street, Roswell it's busy all the time over there, but this time of year kind of is a little extra busier as we gear up. UFO Festival is, one of the biggest events that happens here downtown in Roswell each year, and of course Main Street, Roswell, they always have a great series of events that are part of the UFO Festival that we want to make sure and kind of Main Street, Roswell. Yeah, we're serving the tourists and everybody coming in, but Main Street Roswell also kind of say, hey, you locals, come be a part of our, that's why they do the costume content. That's more for us. I mean, yeah,
absolutely.
The visitors and guests are more than welcome to participate, but that's kind of for our local fun is more participation there. But Main Street Roswell, we've got, and there's some updates that's a little different for this year's festival. That's different, like the parade and things. They've shifted times and things. So we want to make sure everyone's aware of those things here. So do we want to talk parade first? Since I was just doing that and talk about that.
Yes.
One of the first major difference is it's going to be Saturday morning. It's not a night parade with the lights. Now it's a morning parade. So hopefully.
It's going to be Saturday morning at starting at 9:30.
Okay.
And we will be going down Main Street. We're going to start at 13th down to 3rd.
Okay.
So line up on Main Street again. We're really excited about that.
Okay, and then head south.
Head south, yes.
Gotcha. I was doing some logistics in my head. That's when you see. I was like, so you're gonna start north end on 13th, and then work your way south to 3rd Street.
To 3rd Street,
which is right here by. It's like a block. It's on the south side of the courthouse lawn. Actually, that's 3rd Street.
That's 4th.
There.
The one after that's 3rd.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're off. I'm off one. Sorry. Yeah, I was a block off there, but yeah, it's right there. You can't miss it. So. And that's going to be kind of the central focus of all the Main Street UFO Festival stuff right there downtown on the courthouse lawn and those blocks around it.
Yeah, so when that ends, basically we're going to be kicking off too. We're starting at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning with all the merchants and the vendors on the lawn, the courthouse lawn that we're doing.
Okay.
Also with the parade, it's free to enter, and the UFO Museum has donated the prize money and a large amount of prize money. Cash prize money. It's going to be really good.
And of course, bragging rights. I mean,
of course,
that's a given. You know, you're going to win. You got to talk big too. So, but yeah. So, what's the prize amounts this year? Did they have those yet, or?
I'm not sure.
Okay, but they are good big cash prize amounts.
Good big cash prize.
However, you do need to register to be in the parade. You can't just show up with your float and say I'm in the parade.
Correct.
You need to pre-register, and as Xanthi said, it is free. It doesn't cost you anything. But we do, and you'll trust me. This is for the logistics for Xanthi and her team because it does take a lot of coordination to organize a parade. You know, lining up the people, making sure they have the spots, and so. They got to do advanced planning on all that to create that. So, by you just showing up Saturday morning, you kind of mess all that up. So please, you can get, and we'll tell you in a minute where you can get all the applications and everything. But please get one, fill it out, and get it in here. Is there a deadline on getting the parade entries in?
It's probably already passed, but we're just going to take people.
Okay.
You know.
So especially this probably next week for sure, and please don't wait till Friday or something. Maybe if you can't do it today, maybe by Monday or Tuesday of next week, get it in there. But by definitely midweek, we want to make sure that we get those entries in.
Yes, by the 30th at the latest.
Okay, that's probably our hard deadline there is the 30th. So very good. Now, and of course, we want to encourage everyone to come out that's not submitting an entry as well. It'll get underway. The parade will start at 9:30. So you kind of want to get you a good spot somewhere between 13th Street and 3rd Street. Like I said, most of the action will probably be closer to downtown. So, and that'll be, a little bit more crowded. So depending on your proclivity for crowds, you might want to be a little farther up 13th, or if you want to be in the thick of it, come on down towards Main Street area. But I do want to remind people there's plenty of parking behind the courthouse. There. There's also city parking and behind on the opposite side too. Like we're here on the I guess you'd say the west side of the street here, and there's some city parking in between some of these different lots here too. So there's plenty of parking in the area. You just kind of go to the different lots if you're looking for a spot to park to enjoy all the festivities that day. So, but 9:30 Saturday morning.
9:30 Saturday morning. I found the award.
Oh, okay, cool.
So best alien encounter is $500.
Nice.
Crowd favorite, $500. Most interactive, $300. Now, we don't mean throwing candy out your float, because that is definitely nothing to be.
Yeah, we want to safety is priority one.
Interactive within itself.
Gotcha.
Most humorous, $250.
Okay.
Best musical instruments, $250. And then we have a most creative award. We got first, second, and third.
Okay.
The prizes are $250, $150, and $100.
Wow, so there's quite a few $1,000 going on.
The last one is best walker, skater, or bike for $150.
Nice. So if you don't have the ability to create a big, huge float, but you want to do something on a bike or a costume to walk in the parade in or something, enter, game on. You can win some prize money too. So cool. I love it. And then, of course, if if you're not into being in the parade, I would love for you to come on out and bring the family and enjoy watching the parade. And then right after that, you can go and hit the ground running with all the fun activities that will be going on during UFO Festival. But the parade will be Saturday morning. That's a big difference in change this year. So I wanted to get that out front and open right away. Let's talk about some of the other stuff going on. Of course, on the Chaves County Courthouse lawn, that's kind of like I said, a central area, but there'll be lots of stuff happening there. I think that's where the pet costume contest.
Yes, the pet costume contest is there at 9:00 on Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
And
so right before the parade.
Right before the parade.
So get there early for that, and then you got a good spot for the
then
parade
you got a good
right
spot,
afterwards.
yes. The human costume contest is at 8 p.m. on Friday night, the night before.
All right, and where is that located at?
Also on the courthouse.
Okay, I think that's new this year too. I think that was, and also in the evening, right? That's new.
No, we've always had those ones in the evening.
Okay,
yes.
all right. I was thinking that was another morning.
Typically, it's right before the parade.
Gotcha.
Because then they're dressed and ready to go on.
Makes sense. Now I got
Yeah.
yeah. But it'll be there in the courthouse and there in the evening hours. Which,
correct.
Trust me, the people with the big leather suits on are probably more thankful for
that. Yes, definitely.
And by the way, if you're interested in entering the costume contest, you'll find the entry forms on the website, which we'll tell you here in a bit. But it's alien theme, it's cosplay theme. So if you want to come as your favorite, superhero, Marvel, DC, or if you want to do Alien, all of that counts in the Alien costume contest. It's
Absolutely.
It's sci-fi themed pretty much. So wherever you want to take that, the world's your oyster there. So be as creative as you want. Same with the pets too.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, you think you're creative with pets? Game on. There's some people that come up with some amazing concoctions for costumes for pets, and you're just like, I would have never thought of that. It was really good. So I'm telling you, competition's a little stiff. Be warned. It's good, but it's a lot of fun. I hope you either participate or at least come out and watch and see all
definitely.
the fun. Yeah, definitely. So that's, again, all on the courthouse lawn. Saturday morning at 9 for the pet costume contest. Saturday evening. What time was that again?
Friday
evening. I'm sorry. What time again?
8.
8 p.m. on the Chaves County Courthouse lawn.
Correct.
Downtown here.
Mm-hmm.
Good deal. What else do we want to talk about? Some of the passport stuff.
So the
and all
passports program, yep. And that'd be the other thing.
And that's, again, this one's for everybody. I mean, we use it for our out-of-town folks to come and visit some of our merchants and things, but it's even more of a guideline for our locals, too, because after the festival's over, you get to enjoy these places, when everyone's gone home. And so, and to be honest, we need you to support these businesses. So,
yes.
This is, and I do want to remind folks that for many of our downtown Main Street businesses, this is like their Black Friday weekend, the whole UFO festival. There is a Black Friday and they do, but really, a lot of these businesses remain in business downtown because of UFO Festival weekend. So please remember that.
That's very correct.
And so use this passport program as a way to get yourself some free swag and support local businesses. And kind of explain the concept of the passport program.
So the passport program, we are going to be doing a scavenger hunt. The businesses that are signing up to participate have selected an item. You get to go in their store, find it, write it out.
Okay.
Once you complete 70% of the businesses found, you can bring it back down to the tent on the courthouse lawn.
Okay.
The Main Street tent. And we will give you your swag.
It's official UFO Festival swag that I believe is exclusive only to the passport program, right?
Correct.
Yeah, this is not stuff you can get at any other vendor or any other way. So this is exclusive collectibles. So if you love collecting the collectibles of the UFO Festival, the rarest of ones come from the passport program. So just a tip for folks out there that like to collect these things.
Yes.
So, good deal. So, but again, that kind of is throughout the whole UFO Festival weekend. So you want to, get there early on Friday to kind of get your passport and do some of it. Maybe you can use the course of the weekend to kind of visit all the places and make sure you get back in time to turn in your passport to collect your prize here. But
yes, correct. And so Friday we'll be going from noon to 10.
Okay.
Saturday 10 to 10, and then Sunday 10 to 3.
Very good. So you pick it up at like as close to 10 a.m. Friday. Now you got till about 2 o'clock or so on Sunday to get your stuff turned in and make sure you get your prizes and all that stuff. But if you get it done early, then you can go and hit all the other stuff.
That's great.
So, but it really is, and you might even want to use the passport as your tour guide to experience the rest of the UFO Festival too. It's like, oh yeah, let's go over here where they got such and such going on. While there, we can hit this business and that business, and after lunch we'll go over here and hit that business and check out whatever event's going on there, or maybe one of the panels over. Maybe like, we're going to be at the convention center for some of the panel discussions in the afternoon. All right, let's hit some of the passport businesses at that end of town, and then we're back downtown. We'll hit some of the ones closer to the heart of the downtown region there. So please get your passport, sign up, and even if you're not into the collectible swag, go through it and do it, and then hold it leverage over people that are into the collectible swag. It's a great move. What other events we want to promote or talk about here?
We are bringing down a group, the girls that were stuck in Roswell.
Oh, yeah, they did the music video.
Did the music video of the Roswell song.
It caught viral on Facebook and probably other.
We will be bringing them back. They'll be on the courthouse lawn with us.
Good deal. And if you're not familiar with the whole story, it's a duet, two ladies, and I guess they came through Roswell while touring or on vacation. I'm not sure, but their vehicle broke down, and they ended up spending a few days in Roswell, and they saw the sights and did everything, and they were kind of inspired by what our community and wrote a cool little song, and it went viral on Facebook and everything else, and they earned their spot a gig at the UFO festival. So if you want to come and meet them and you saw their video and said this is so cool, and you want a chance to talk to them and kind of share experiences, they're going to be at the UFO festival.
Yes, we're hoping to have them before the Human Costume Contest Saturday night.
Okay.
And we're also hoping to have them a booth at the Galacticon at the Convention Center.
Okay, very good.
So they can do merch and meet and greet kind of type thing as well. I'm hoping for that.
Okay.
We'll probably need to follow up for sure. But.
Gotcha. Make sure their commitments and everything are good to go here. But and then of course on top of this, because UFO Festival is a multiple tier entity. The International UFO Museum, obviously, they're sponsoring the prize money here. This is one of their big events. Main Street Roswell is the other one, and then the city itself. So it's really three entities working together to make this one big event. And the Galacticon. I always forgot to factor that in, too, because it's very much a part of it, too.
Yes.
I always kind of lump her in with Main Street for some reason. I don't know why. But,
we love it, Lane. That's okay.
But yeah, Galacticon, which is also coinciding. And good news is this year it's back in the convention center, because last few years it's been out at the mall, which is great facility. We appreciate all that, but it's not necessarily in the action of everything.
Exactly. We're glad to have her closer.
But I do want to remind folks, go out to because as part of Galacticon is also a film festival out at Galaxy 8. And so that you can get tickets and stuff at the Galacticon at the convention center. But go support the film festival and get your passes and then go watch movies, because you can watch the movies all, but support Galaxy 8 by buying popcorn and hot dogs and nachos and all that stuff, candy. But anyway, that's all part of this weekend too. So when you're not doing pet costume contest or checking out the parade or trying to get your passport filled out, make sure you go visit Galacticon. Go visit some of the panels and things that's happening at the museum and at the convention center. The UFO museum's got stuff at both.
Correct.
For that. So all that in conjunction with the Main Street stuff here. So there's a lot going on. As far as the Main Street events, like as far as being a vendor, that's another thing we gotta get to here in a minute. But being a part of UFO Festival in any way as a parade entrant, or if you want to sign up as the passport or any of these, you'll find applications to become a band member or and sign up for the pet or human costume contest. If you go to mainstreetroswell.org. That will take you to Main Street Roswell's webpage. You'll find all the forms that are appropriate here at that website. I think they're also on the UFO Festival website too.
They should be. Yes.
Yeah, I think you can find them there. So if you're at the UFO, I always botch this. It's like UFO Roswell or UFOFestivalRoswell.com or UFOFestival.com.
I think it's UFOFestival.com.
I think I keep trying to crowbar Roswell and it's not in there.
Yeah.
I think that's what I keep doing. But anyway, I believe you'll find all of these applications on there too.
Correct.
But please get them filled out this weekend or today, and that way you can work on getting your float together and getting your costume together for next week.
Yeah. So and for the vendors, we are still accepting some vendors as long as they already have their city permit.
Okay. So if you do food or whatever, you gotta have all your permits in place by now.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Already something in now. The city can no longer doesn't have enough time to issue anymore. So if you already have it, we're good. We can still bring you on.
Okay. But if not, we'll early bird gets a worm on this one.
Exactly.
We'll do it next week. One more thing we definitely want to talk about real quick, and this is after UFO Festival. This is another very popular event with Main Street Roswell is the farmer and garden market that fires up in July right after UFO Festival every year. It's happening again. It'll be not this weekend or next, but that weekend after the UFO Festival.
Correct, July 9th.
Again, on the courthaus lawn, they start, I think, officially at 7 a.m.
Yes.
And then they go to about 11 or so.
About 11 or depending on when they sell out.
And they fill up the courthouse lawn with produce vendors from local, so like you love going to Graves Farm but don't want to drive out there. Graves Farm kind of comes to you during that. Them and many other local produce vendors. And then we also have nonprofits and other organizations setting up booths so you can learn about some other great things in our community while you're out there. Usually someone's got baked goods and someone's got burritos and then all that. But if you want to be a vendor in this year's farmers market, again, you'll find the applications at mainstreetroswell.org. That's an ongoing thing. So if you missed the first one, you can still apply for it because it goes through to about September.
Yes, the end of September.
Yeah. So if you're not quite ready yet, you can fill out your application anytime. But game on, it will be about 2 weeks from now. So
actually, I think it's about the first weekend of October even.
Yeah, and I know it's been extended in years past.
Depends, yes.
It depends on the crops.
On the crops.
Yeah, if it's a good season, then it'll go longer. If we don't get much rain and all this, it might shorten it a bit. But I'm going to knock on wood. We'll get some moisture, and it's going to be a little longer. But another pro tip on that one, by the way, when you come to shop, especially if you're looking for produce, be there at 7, not at 11, because you are not the only one that loves produce. Fresh, delicious produce. It's kind of a popular thing, and at 7 a.m., people know, and so they're out there at that's why I said officially starts at 7 a.m. People are out there early doing their shopping and getting their produce while selection's at its best. And so now, don't get me wrong. If you sleep in and you wake up at 9 o'clock, you're still going to find a bunch of great stuff out there. But if you're got your heart set on something particular or trying to track down something particular, the earlier the better on that kind of stuff. But and then, of course, if you're interested in being a vendor out there, maybe your nonprofit organization would like to set up a booth out there,
yes. or crafts. If you create your own crafts,
we can come out and do your own crafts. Yeah, like you said, as long as you create it yourself, and we don't want you to be a middleman to buy stuff off one shelf to put on another. But if you make beautiful artwork or beautiful whatever, you run the gamut. I see everything from butchers like doing fresh meats and things, not like they're at the place, but there's not sides of beef hanging out there. But you know what I mean? Like you can get like local farm-raised meats to produce to beautiful, chili ristras and chili roasters and all kinds of stuff people make. It's just there's a really great eclectic mix of stuff there. So mark it on your calendars. What's the official date? July
9th.
The July 9th, which is that weekend, that Saturday after UFO Festival.
Correct.
Here on the Chavez County Courthouse lawn. Officially gets underway at 7 a.m. But please, I'm telling you, get there early. It's the pro tip. And then, of course, for folks driving out and about Saturday mornings, slow down a little bit, be a little cautious as some of the side streets get closed off around the courthouse lawn during that time. And there's a lot of people walking across streets and things. So a little bit more traffic than normal at that time of the morning during that season. So just be mindful of that, too. So is there anything we missed?
I don't think so. Those were all my notes, I think.
Good deal. Again, mainstreetroswell.org is your website, your best resource for all the applications for everything you're talking about, from signing up to be an entrant in the UFO parade to being an entrant in any of the alien or pet costume contests, to if you have questions about the passport program, you can learn more about that. And, of course, to be a vendor or for either UFO Festival, like I said, got a few spots left, or the upcoming Farmers and Garden Market, go to mainstreetroswell.org. So
yes.
And then, of course, you can follow and like Main Street Roswell on Facebook, too. You'll find all the links to everything we're talking about through there, too. So
yes, we post a lot on our Facebook page.
Good deal. Well, excellent. Well, thank you, ma'am. Appreciate it. I'm sure you guys have a lot to do between now and then to get things ready. So
we do.
We'll let you stomp out those fires here. Real quick while I got you. Sorry. Volunteers. Could you guys use more volunteers for the weekend as far as setting up chairs to logistics? I mean, is there a need for that, or are you guys covered?
Yes, pretty much always.
Okay. So if someone's interested in volunteering, just shoot a message maybe through the Facebook Main Street Roswell page, probably
That'd be the best, yes.
Or, shoot a message some way
If
through
your
that.
organization needs any kind of time or anything.
Yeah, because I know that's a big thing. Is it takes an army of people to kind of make all these events happen, and it's all made up of great volunteers. That you get some perks. You get like your cool T-shirts, and you get to be behind the scenes a little bit of the UFO festival. So you get to peel back the curtain of that a little bit. But it's a real great service, and you're serving as an ambassador for our community. So if you want to have some fun. And you're going to be hot and you're going to be tired. I'm not going to lie to you. All those will happen. But you're going to have a great time and come out and be a volunteer.
It's worth it seeing all the people that just get so excited to be here and travel from all over the world to come down. And
that's the cool
a lot
thing.
Of fun.
Yeah, it blows my mind when you see people from like Europe and Asia and they came to America just to come here.
Come here.
And that's amazing. I mean, God bless them.
Yeah.
A contract that would boost the pay of pilots at United Airlines by more than 14% over the next 18 months, potentially clearing the way for similar wage hikes throughout the industry. The deal reflects the leverage currently held by unions with the industry facing a pilot shortage that has resulted in cancellations worldwide and fewer flights. American Dairy Queen Corporation has lost a federal lawsuit accusing a Massachusetts company of trademark infringement for attaching the name Blizzard to its bottled water. The Star Tribune reported Friday that a U.S. District Court judge in St. Paul, Minnesota, issued a written decision earlier this month. Dairy Queen failed to prove W.B. Mason Company committed any infringement. Dairy Queen has dubbed its soft-serve ice cream treats Blizzards and has held the trademark on the name since 1946. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Sometimes when you hit the road hits back. That's why MTA Mechanics and Tire carries major brands like Bridgestone, Cooper, and Michelin. Not only do you get top brand tires, but you also get a nationwide warranty. So wherever you are, MTA Mechanics and Tire has you covered. Stop by or let MTA come to you with their MTA Mobile Tire Shop, covering Roswell, Carlsbad, and Artesia. They can come to your home, office, or even the airport, and alignment is included on all sets of 4 tires. MTA Mechanics and Tires, getting you back on the road.
When you think of home health care here in Roswell, what's the first thing that pops into your head? That's right, Frontier Medical. We've been doing it better than anyone else for over 20 years. From in-home nursing to physical therapy and so much more. Doctors and hospitals from Albuquerque to Lubbock and everywhere in between have been trusting their patients to us here at Frontier Medical. So when it's time to make a choice, remember Frontier Medical. 575-627-1112. Frontier Medical.
Name to remember.
Pull! Shooters, get ready. The H.F. Sinclair Charity Freedom Clay Shoot is set for Saturday, July 16th at the Eddy County Shooting Range. Deadline to register is July 11th. 1 in 4 shooters win, with one winner drawn from each team. There's a big silent auction and fantastic prizes. A shotgun, rifles, pistols, coolers, smokers, and more. All shooters receive a gift and lunch, Friday night lights, and 5 stand shoot, plus a cookout is optional. Register online at artesiachamber.com. All proceeds benefit local Boy Scouts and community impact programs.
What if? What if the government lied? What if aliens survived the crash? What if they escaped? What if they're still here? Hiding, waiting, preparing. What then? Find out the truth behind the 1947 Roswell incident in novel form. TheVetrixSeries.com.
There are 3 key phrases that need to be spoken on a regular basis in a healthy marriage. Hi, this is Pastor Troy and Julie Smotherman for The Joy of Marriage.
You know, for over 20 years, Julie and I have been sharing these 3 key phrases, and here they are. I love you, I'm sorry, and I forgive you.
Ephesians 4:32 says, be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ, God forgave you.
You know, it's so easy to expect others to love us, to say I'm sorry, and to forgive us. But you know, it's really a gift that we give each other. You know, the Bible teaches us we sow and we reap. Sow into your spouse, I love you, I forgive you, I'm sorry. And then you'll reap a harvest in return. Someone has to start the process. Let that be you today so you can really enjoy your marriage.
If you have any questions or would like further information about the Joy of Marriage Ministry, please go to jomconference.com.
Wakefield Oil Express has the highest quality service in Roswell with a 17-point full-service oil change that includes a full wash and vacuum at their car wash. You won't find a better deal. They also offer full synthetic oil changes, fuel and cabin filter replacements, and will even check your battery. Their tunnel wash isn't afraid of dirty vehicles. They have the best value wash in town with free vacuums. They even offer wash passes that can be used for multiple vehicles. Next time you need your oil changed, go to the fast and efficient Wakefield Oil Express and let them earn your business. 3204 North Main, Roswell.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. But our part-time service in the Army National Guard means we get to be more. When our communities are in need, we get the chance to stand up and do something about it. We get to serve in our own region and help the people we call neighbors. Whether they are in the mountains of New Mexico, the plains of Nebraska and Kansas, the ranches of Oklahoma and Texas, the farmlands of Missouri and Arkansas, or the bayous of Louisiana, we are here for our hometowns. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the New Mexico Army National Guard. Aired by the New Mexico Broadcasters Association and this station.
The average American spends 2.5 days a year looking for lost items. We aren't sure how long Europeans and Asians look for lost stuff. We lost the list. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 8:55. Stay tuned. Next hour, we're going to have joining us on the phone Dale Rogers. We're going to talk more with the Leadership Roswell Alumni Association's Community Leader Awards banquet winners. We had Margaret Kinnard on in the 7 o'clock hour this morning. She won the Leadership Roswell Alumni Award last week. I believe it was Tuesday. We had Jason Perry, who won the Outstanding Leader Award. Well, next hour, we're going to get on the phone Dale Rogers. Dale and his wife, Kay, were honored with the Lifetime Achievement Award. So we're going to talk with Dale for a few minutes on the phone, get his thoughts on that. And then tomorrow, we will talk with Tina Cisneros, our final of the award winners. She won the Commitment to Youth Award. So we'll be joined by her and I think Amy McVeigh-Tejas tomorrow. Nominated her and one other nominated Tina for the award, so we'll have that. But yeah, really cool. So we'll talk with Dale Rogers next hour and chat with him and talk all about it. It's always a treat to talk to people like that have been such such a part of the fabric of the community and share some of their thoughts and things. But we'll have that for you next hour. Hey, July 4th. I know we got UFO Fest. We got a lot of stuff going on, but ENMUR would like to invite you out July 4th to come have a splash at the ENMUR pool. That's right. On Monday, July 4th from 11 to 4, they're having a big 4th of July celebration out at the ENMUR pool. They're going to have concessions and live music, and, of course, a bunch of swimming families. Up to 5 can get in for just $20, or you can pay $5 per person. Active duty and retired military get in free. So part of your fee includes swimming. You also get lunch. They've got you'll get a pulled pork sandwich, chips, and watermelon as well too. So the event will be happening at ENMUR's pool July 4th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. $20 will get a family of 5 in, or just $5 per person. Active duty and retired military get in free. If you have any questions about the event, or if you'd like to reserve the pool, not that day, but for one of your private events, call the ENMUR pool at 575-624-7305. Again, that's 575-624-7305. And, of course, the pool is now open 7 days a week from 10 to 11, every day for lap swimming, and from 11 to 5 for open swimming. Just $5 for the whole day. And you can come, and they've got the concessions and all that stuff. And then you can book a pool party from 6 to 10, and you run the pool there. Again, 575-624-7305. And then don't forget their big 4th of July celebration, Monday, July 4th, 11 to 4. $20 to get in a family of 5, or just $5 per person. And then don't forget you get lunch that day. It comes with a pulled pork sandwich, chips, and watermelon. And then you get to spend the day swimming and cooling off at the pool there. So trust me, when it gets hot, it does make it so much better. We not yesterday so much, but Saturday after we did. I was over at Roswell Honda doing a remote and had a good remote there. But when I got home in the afternoon, my wife and I went and hit the pool in our neighborhood, and it was nice. It's nice to have that pool. So get to that ENMUR pool, $5 all day. You can swim and have a good time and all that good stuff. It's great summer fun. So definitely check it out. I was glad it was nice to hit the pool every once in a while. And I'm not a lap swimmer. I'm not all about, I get exercise is good and do all that, but I'm just not that. But our pool, I got a pool noodle, but I got one of the ones for fat guys. It's a thicker one, so it's more buoyant. So even my big fat self can kind of be held up by it. And so I'll get in the pool and just kind of lounge on that, either lay on it or sit on it, and just kind of let the current take me. I'll paddle around a little bit here, but that to me, that's living in the pool. I love it. It's my favorite. So you go do your thing at the ENMUR pool there. So, all right, as you can see, I'm late there. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
Supreme Court. The High Court siding with former Washington State high school football coach Joseph Kennedy, who would pray silently at the 50-yard line after games.
The court ruled 6-3 along ideological lines for the coach. The justices said the coach's prayer was protected by the First Amendment. Justice Neil Gorsuch wrote for the majority, quote, "The Constitution and the best of our traditions counsel mutual respect and tolerance, not censorship and suppression for religious and non-religious views alike." The case forced the justices to wrestle with how to balance the religious and free speech rights of teachers and coaches with the rights of students not to feel pressured into participating in religious practices. The outcome could strengthen the acceptability of some religious practices in the public school setting. Bernie Bennett in Washington.
The G7 leaders meeting at their summit in the Bavarian Alps, restating their support for Ukraine as the U.S. readies to outline a new package of military aid.
President Joe Biden is set to announce the U.S. is to send an advanced surface-to-air missile system to Ukraine, as well as additional artillery support, according to a person familiar with the matter, in the latest assistance meant to help the country defend against Russia's 4-month invasion. The U.S. is purchasing NASAMS, a Norwegian-developed anti-aircraft system, to provide medium to long-range defense. NASAMS is the same system used by the U.S. to protect the sensitive airspace around the White House and the U.S. Capitol in Washington. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
Russia defaulting on its foreign debt for the first time in a long time. The last default occurred in 1918. That was caused by the uproar over the Bolshevik Revolution. On Wall Street, stocks are higher. The Dow is up 51 points. The Nasdaq ahead 2, and the S&P better by 7 points. More on these stories. Townhall.com.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshares. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, well, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder and CEO of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. And the process started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. Sounds crazy, right? Well, the crazy thing is, this never ends. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. I guarantee if we can't cancel your timeshare, you'll pay nothing.
Were you lied to when buying a timeshare and want out? Get the facts about timeshare cancellation. Call Wesley now for your free information kit. 800-691-9999. 800-691-9999. 800-691-9999.
Will he go or not? Chinese President Xi Jinping is keeping Hong Kong guessing about his possible appearance at the 25th anniversary of the former British colony's return to Chinese rule. The government has yet to say whether Xi will be physically present for the events, which include the inauguration of the city's new chief executive. The event is hugely symbolic for Xi, who wants to be seen as propelling a national rejuvenation as he prepares for an expected third 5-year term as head of the ruling Communist Party. A bullet train has collided with an engine in a train station in northeastern Czech Republic, killing 1 person, injuring 5 others. Czech Railways says the accident took place early in the morning, shortly after the departure of the Pendolino train for Prague. The driver of the bullet train was killed, while 4 Czech Railways employees on the engine and 1 on the train were injured. News and analysis at townhall.com. Grand Canyon National Park decides not to extend a key project in the fall.
That program used volunteers to kill bison to downsize the herd. But new surveys show the herd roaming the far reaches of northern Arizona is actually closer now to the goal of about 200. Authorities also say the gunfire and presence of humans was not enough to push the bison outside the park boundaries where they can be hunted. The park is now working with other agencies to develop a long-term plan to manage the massive creatures. Jason Walker reporting.
It was a stronger than expected showing for durable goods orders in the month of May. Orders to factories for those big-ticket long-lasting items rose 0.7% last month, that according to the government. And on Wall Street, the Dow is up 27 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Tracy Inviernos. You want to go down right here?
A dueling Tracy Inviernos. Ooh.
Shoot. Step away for a couple of days and he thinks he can come in here and run the place. It's my house.
Well, technically, he traced Invierno's, didn't he?
He did.
He did.
He like ran out too. He did it with fear in his eyes. Confident but fearful. I like that.
I like it. Were you in your room or were you out of the
I
office?
heard the music come in too late. I was like, oh, crap.
I thought maybe you were
Let's try to wrap something up over
tending
there.
affairs.
No, let's try to wrap something up over in the other office and heard the music a little too late. Doggone it.
Well, happy Monday, everybody.
Yes.
Welcome to Hour 3. Hope you're having a good one. Hopefully you're doing okay with all the rain. There is more coming.
Yeah, batten down the hatches.
Yeah.
Why can't we just ever have just a good thing? It's always too much of a good thing.
Yeah.
You want some sun? Here's all the sun. Oh, you want some rain? You want some rain? Do you want some rain? 3 inches at once.
Yeah.
Jeez.
We are the land of extremes sometimes.
Sheets of rain.
Yeah. Well, good news. Actually, got more coming. It is good news.
I mean, we absolutely need the moisture because we've been in a absolutely devastating drought.
And let's face it, 4th of July is right around the corner. I don't know, a lot of fireworks have been tamped down and things like that.
Sure.
But this will save us a little bit. Hopefully a couple houses won't burn down next week because of this.
The city, festival or fireworks displays are off, but there's going to be a lot of home firework displays. I think that the moisture should at least hopefully lay down a nice base layer.
Yeah. So hopefully there. And just a pro tip, don't be that neighbor that leaves all your garbage, your firework garbage laying in the street or in your front yard.
Yeah.
I know I see that every year. I used to have neighbors that were notoriously bad at that. They would literally light off $1,000 worth of fireworks in the street, and then I'd have to play.
Yeah, the next day.
Dodge all the sparkler and candle debris that's laying around.
Just a bunch of cardboard tubes.
Yeah, and burnt spots in the street and everything else. And it's like, clean up your mess. Don't be a savage. Don't do it the next day.
I get it. I mean, I get fireworks. They're fun and everything. It just, it seems silly.
Be nice to your neighbors about this stuff. I get it. You have fun, and I know
have fun with it, but just don't.
I know, and I know. Yeah, don't be a jerk.
Right.
Don't be running into people's yards. Like I remember one year, I had neighbors that they decided to shoot Roman candles at each other, and so one was in their yard, one was in my yard.
Oh.
And next thing you know, I see Roman candles shooting across my yard. One goes under my neighbor's car on the other side of me, and I'm like, oh, they're going to blow up the whole neighborhood here.
Right.
So we had to yell at them and throw them out. So my wife brought
dang
the
nice.
Dr. Pepper Dark Berry.
All right, thank you.
If you'd like to try it now or wait till later.
I definitely want to try it now.
But this is what I was talking about in the beginning of the show.
Very cool. So this is
Dark
this
berry.
is the one that has the essence of blackberries, black currant, and black cherry.
Yes.
All right.
So I like I said, I want to hear what you say before I say one word about this.
Take my spade hand and crack her open
because I don't want to taint your review with my thoughts.
Give it a sniff. All right. So it kind of smells like regular Dr. Pepper, but with like a hint. It like hits with just like a sweetness at the beginning.
Yeah.
So let's see. That's delightful.
You like it?
I love it.
Good.
That's really good.
Good.
Yeah, it's not too complicated.
You do like it?
I really do.
Okay.
It's because I'm sitting there kind of trying to break it down. I'm not getting so much of the cherry. I'm definitely getting the blackberry.
Yes.
Definitely. And I don't know what black currant tastes like, but if that's the other thing I'm tasting, then that's what that is. Because I'm not really getting cherry from it.
Yeah.
But it's good. I mean, it's really good.
It's I don't mind it. It is my least favorite of the Dr. Pepper flavors I've had so far.
Really? Including the cream?
Yeah, I like the cream better.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I wasn't a fan of the cream soda. I mean, I was for a minute, but it took a while to get used to it.
The cream soda and this one are in the same, is that I like it, but you drink more than one at a time and it's too much.
Right.
I feel this is the same way because it's a very sweet aftertaste.
It is, and that's the thing is I'm noticing the aftertaste. It hangs.
Yeah,
it's got a lot of hang time.
It's kind of weird to me. It's got like I picked up the cherry at the beginning, and then in the middle it was Dr. Pepper, and then at the end is all the grape, whatever it is. The blackberry and the
Dr. Pepper's a hard one to have variations on anyways because it's 23 different flavors. Nobody can actually pinpoint what Dr. Pepper tastes like.
Yeah.
But it tastes like Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
So to add flavors into that mix complicates things further. It's real easy for one or two of those ingredients to get lost in the mix. But I don't dislike it. I think
that's what I said.
Of the Dr. Pepper flavors, the extra ones, cherry's still probably my 1 seed.
Yep, I agree.
And I'm going to say my second. I'm going to say this is my 2.
I liked the cream soda, cherry cream soda. I think it was a cherry cream soda, if I remember right. The one.
They had the cherry cream, and then they had the regular cream. Yeah,
that one I do enjoy, but but by far I prefer the cherry Dr. Pepper to the dark berry.
Yeah,
but it's not bad. It's a little goes a long way with me.
Sure,
it's one of those where that's not a like I'll drink Coke Zero and you drink a couple of them. That one you drink one and I'm good for a while.
If I'm going my top 5, it's going to be probably the original Dr. Pepper Zero in the 1 seed. I'm going to say 2 cherry Coke Zero.
Okay.
We'll go 3 probably Dr. Pepper Cherry Zero. 4, I'm going to go regular Coke Zero, and then I'm going to say that's probably top 5 or in the 5.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
good. I'm glad you like
it.
I'm okay with it. I'm not in love with it.
Sure.
That's why I didn't want to say nothing because I was like, I don't want my thoughts to skew your thoughts.
Yeah.
I want you to just take it outright and take it from because I know I think you prefer sweeter than I do.
I do tend to skew a bit sweeter. Yeah.
So I thought you would like it more than I because I was like, wow, this is sweet. This is going to be more Sean's wheelhouse, but.
I'm a fan. I'm indeed a fan.
Well, here, would you like this one too?
Here, you want to take that with? Sure, why not?
I got plenty at the house. That's what I'm saying.
Sure, why not?
Good.
One for the road.
All right, it is 9:13. We're going to get Dale Rogers on the phone here and talk with him about him and his wife Kay. They were named the Leadership Roswell Alumni Association's Lifetime Achievement Award winners at the last community leader banquet they had on Thursday. So we've been talking to all the winners here on the show, and we had Margaret on this morning. We had Jason Perry on, I think, last Tuesday.
Yep.
And then we'll have Dale here on in just a few, and then our Tina Cisneros, our final award winner, we'll have on the show tomorrow. So,
nice.
So we got him, but we'll call Dale Rogers here just a little bit and have a conversation with him. Later on the hour, we'll get you update with local news and Town Hall Wall Street business update and whatever else we can come up with for this hour of the show. So that'll pretty much cover it. But yeah, I'm glad you like that one. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not my favorite.
You know what? Maybe this is just an early, like enjoyment of it. A few more in, it might, wear on me a little bit. Because I really like the cream at first, and then over time it just.
And the cream is like I like it, but again, more than one of them, and it's too much. And this is kind of in that same vein where it's. And to be honest, when I first had it, it wasn't quite cold yet, so I put it in ice,
right?
And so that may have impacted it a little bit too. But I definitely I think I prefer the cream soda a little bit.
I'm also a bit car lagged still, so that could have something to do with it.
Yeah. But it's each his own. I like this way better than that Coca-Cola Star, the one that tastes like space.
Oh yeah, that was ridiculous.
Like that. This is way better than that.
I never tried the one that was supposed to taste like the internet.
I didn't catch that one
I don't
either.
know if they ever actually put that one out or.
Yeah, I never saw that one.
So I was curious what the internet's supposed to taste like.
Well,
I know what I think it tastes like.
If it tastes what I think the real internet, then I don't think it's
if you ever
good.
Just all you got to do is lick a wall in Vegas. That's pretty much what the internet tastes like.
It tastes like whatever's lurking in the way back of your catch drawer in your kitchen. It tastes like whatever's in there. I've been looking for those stamps. Yeah, that one. All right, it is 9:15. Let's go ahead and take a gander at your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We've got a chance of showers and thunderstorms today with some of that moist monsoon air coming in. Low 80s on our afternoon high, keeping us a little cool with that cloud cover. Mostly cloudy overnight and scattered showers are low in the upper 60s. And then a pretty good chance of afternoon showers again on Tuesday. Partly cloudy. Our high should be around 85. Maybe a shower on Wednesday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently, did I refresh? I did not. Let me refresh. so we get a fresh weather. There we go. Currently 69 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 76%. Winds currently out of the north at 5 miles per hour. We are looking at a 20% chance of rain today, during the day here. Mostly sunny with a high of 82, so it is going to be cooler. That's nice. Winds out of the northeast 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of rain bumps up to 50% tonight. Mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 68 degrees. Winds will be out of the north at around 5 miles per hour. They're saying less than 1/10 of an inch expected, except for if a thunderstorm comes through the area. Tuesday, we are looking at a 50% chance of rain, mainly for the afternoon. Mostly cloudy. Highs around 85 expected with northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Again, on Tuesday, they're saying they're expecting less than 1/10 of an inch of rain, except for a thunderstorm moving through the area. Tuesday night, 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly cloudy, overnight low of 66. 20% chance of rain on Wednesday for the afternoon, mostly sunny, highs near 90. South winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Thursday, sunny and 95. No real talk of rain on Thursday. And then rain chances back in the forecast Friday and for the weekend. 20% chance of rain Friday, mostly sunny and 95. 30% chance of rain Saturday, mostly sunny and 96. 40% chance of rain Sunday, mostly sunny and 94. So, rain in the forecast pretty much every day but Thursday this week. Well, welcome to monsoon season. So, again, hopefully we get some moisture, just not all, at one time. All right, it is 18 minutes after 9 o'clock. We're going to take about a 3.5-minute commercial break. And then on the other side, we'll get Dale Rogers on the phone here and talk about his Leadership Roswell Alumni Community Awards Lifetime Achievement Award winning performance there. So we'll talk with him after this. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
This lot is hot. The summer of savings is on all month long at Roswell Nissan with scorching savings on a fresh lineup of amazing vehicles like a 2018 Nissan Altima for just $319 a month, a 2015 GMC Terrain for just $269 a month, or a 2016 Jeep Cherokee for just $209 a month. Zero down, no payments till August, and top dollar for your trade. And bring in your mailer for the chance to play Lucky Lotto and win cash. The summer of savings on now at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd, or shop online 24/7 at roswellnissan.com.
Roswell Skin Center, a brand new state-of-the-art facility located in the 400 Penn Plaza building here in Roswell, is now accepting new patients. Dr. Brandon Cometti and his team offer a full range of skin care services, including general dermatology, surgical and cosmetic procedures, including cutting-edge laser rejuvenation, Botox, filler, laser hair removal, chemical peels, and other non-invasive options to improve skin health and turn back the hands of time. Call and schedule your appointment at Roswell Skin Center today. 208-2509. That's 208-2509. Pressure Services LLC in Artesia has immediate openings for experienced vacuum truck, kill truck, and hydrovac operators. Operators must hold a Class A CDL or Class D CDL, at least 2 years of experience, and be at least 25 years of age. All positions require a clean driving record and must be able to pass a DOT drug and alcohol screen. Pressure Services offers great pay with IRA benefits and employer contributions toward health benefits. Please apply in person at 402 West Main in Artesia, inside the Age Safety Facility. Equal Opportunity Employer.
Sometimes when you hit the road hits back. That's why MTA Mechanics and Tire carries major brands like Bridgestone, Cooper, and Michelin. Not only do you get top brand tires, but you also get a nationwide warranty. So wherever you are, MTA Mechanics and Tire has you covered. Stop by or let MTA come to you with their MTA Mobile Tire Shop, covering Roswell, Carlsbad, and Artesia. They can come to your home, office, or even the airport, and alignment is included on all sets of 4 tires. MTA Mechanics and Tires, getting you back on the road.
Good morning! Start your day with breakfast from the Valley Cafe. Try the Breckwich, full or half, with sausage, crispy bacon, fluffy eggs, pepper jack cheese, and maple Dijon spread, all served on a toasted sourdough. Or their breakfast burritos with your choice of sausage, bacon, or both, perfect to grab and go. You aren't dreaming. The Valley Cafe, open 7 a.m. The Orange Building across from Church on the Move, 801 Brasher in Roswell.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard has led to a lot of firsts for me. The education assistance I received made it possible for me to be the first person in my family to go to school and graduate debt-free. That education helped get me to the first day at my dream job, a job that I can still hold while I serve part-time. That job, plus the other benefits possible from the Army National Guard, helped me become a first-time homeowner. Also, part of my role as a National Guard soldier means I know that I can be one of the first to respond and help my community if disaster ever strikes. I'm extremely proud that I get to serve my community, and that first step I took by joining the Army National Guard has made all the difference in my life. Talk to your local recruiter or visit NationalGuard.com to find out what firsts are available to you in the Army National Guard.
Sponsored by the New Mexico Army National Guard, aired by the New Mexico Broadcasters Association and this station.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Astronauts are not allowed to eat beans before they go into space because passing wind in a spacesuit damages them. The suits or the astronauts? Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 22 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us on the phone this morning is Dale Rogers and Desiree granddaughter, I believe. Did I get that right?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, guys. How y'all doing today? You can hear me okay?
Yeah, we're doing great.
Good deal. Well, for folks that aren't aware, Dale and Kay Rogers were awarded from the Leadership Roswell Alumni Association. They had their 2022 Community Leader Awards banquet last week, and Kay and Dale Rogers, deservedly so, were named the Lifetime Achievement winners. So, first off, congratulations to the family. I know, in all the years and success and everything, this is not as nearly a big a milestone, but we're so glad that we get to honor your family here for all the years and of just being a part of this community and everything else. Was it a bit of a surprise for you guys to hear about this, or is it just another day at the office for y'all?
It's kind of a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah, I would imagine. Obviously, we lost Kay here in the last year, so we're so sorry to hear about that. We kind of wish we could have done it while she was still with us, but that just didn't work out that way. I got to ask, with all the years of Roswell Livestock, the farm supply, the whole, is it just become your life at some point where because it's kind of hard to not think of Roswell without it, and then just to be here, the longevity, and so I mean, it's for us, it's a way of life here in Roswell. I imagine for you guys, it is your life. I mean, could you imagine doing anything else at this point, or it's thinking back and looking on it? When this all started, did you look at it here and think, yeah, this is where it's going to be, 30, 40 years from now?
No, we had no clue of that because we started it from like a 10 by 10. We had the Roswell Livestock Auction, and we started the store in 1975, just a little 10 by 10 building, and on Southeast Main, and just gradually added stuff as people requested it, and tried to. Our goal is not to sell more stuff; it's to try to solve people's problems. Most people have a problem whether we can help them with, and that's kind of our whole goal.
Well, it turns out, I guess a lot of people had problems, so you ended up selling a lot of stuff.
Yeah, one of my favorite stories that my grandma said was, she said, well, one day we went to the store and we forgot to go home. It was a huge part of their life.
Sure. But if you think about it, and this is where, I'm from Maryland originally. I've been in Roswell. I've called it home for 20 plus years, but that's something, especially when, you look at when, like you said, in the 70s, when you start this business, we live on an island here in Roswell, New Mexico, and there wasn't internet or, you could get stuff through the mail, but we didn't live in a world where you could have everything at your fingertips. So you guys probably had to get pretty creative on, making sure this stuff was available, tracking it down. I mean, I imagine for a lot of folks in this community, you brought the world to them where it may have not would have had access to stuff, especially, in those early days. I mean, you guys were probably the resource for many folks here in town.
Well, we tried to be able to get stuff that they really needed, and we appreciated all of their business too.
Sure.
Appreciated their customers.
So when is the community stuff? Was that always a part of it too? Because for folks that don't know, and this is probably why at the end of the day, why you guys are beloved by so many people and so worthy of this award, but at what point did it, or was it always the case where, you guys run a business, but I feel like your business is so successful because you guys, it was a business that was a heart, a family, and you weren't, like you said at the beginning, you were just in the business of helping people, but at the end of the day, a business is, you sell things, people buy them, but there's so many organizations in this community that can thank Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply for their support and donations, and this is something that's been long-standing as long as I've been here. Was that always part of the equation, or did that kind of just come in a little later?
It's kind of been a part of the equation, that it's just been pretty interesting over the years, trying to help people.
Sure.
And what was right. And it's kind of interesting that when they started Leadership Roswell, I was on the board of the Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
And that was kind of interesting, and I've always been real appreciative, and I thought they did a real good job on that Leadership Roswell with the young people.
Did you ever go through the class yourself?
No, I didn't.
Okay. You could probably teach the class, I imagine, but...
Kay went through and was a graduate, and she then encouraged me to go through, and I was a graduate, and she was such an avid supporter of that. She thought that was just so important.
Gotcha.
And just now hearing that Grandpa was on the board the year that they started, that is so cool. I didn't know that.
Well, and for folks that aren't aware, the Leadership Roswell, Rick Kraft and his staff do an amazing job with that program, but it is its parent company, or whatever you want to call it, is the Chamber of Commerce. It is a chamber program. So it's great to see that yourself and some of those other board members had the foresight to say, you know what, we need to invest some time and support into this Leadership Roswell thing. I think it's a good deal. So we thank you for your wisdom those years ago on that board to see what the potential is, and because I know Rick and them, it wouldn't be without what they do, but without what you guys, those decisions, they wouldn't even have a chance to do that. So it's really great that way back then you all saw the need and saw the potential for this. So I'm guessing since the family's all gone through it, did you get it all through osmosis, Dale, that between your wife and your granddaughter? And so you probably got all the class lessons you needed there, huh?
Yeah, they was a big help for sure.
Well, let me ask. Can I ask this? When your wife went through, and then your granddaughters, and so did they come back and incorporate some of what they learned into the business practice? Like, did they, because I know as a graduate of the Leadership Roswell myself, you come out of there and you feel a little fired up and you're ready to do. Like, did they come in ready to start? All right, I got some ideas. We're gonna change this. Was there a little of that going on every time someone graduated from the class in the family?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we definitely, Grandma and Grandpa both are lifetime learners. Like, she always had a book playing in her car, and was, she always was learning something.
Gotcha.
And my grandma way, and always tried to use that in her everyday life and in her business. And she taught me to do the same thing. And, she taught me you can learn something every day, no matter how old you are.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think you're too smart or too good or whatever to learn something, because that's how you move forward and succeed.
Sure.
It's by constantly trying to learn something out of every situation.
Absolutely. I agree. And problem is, do we all have that motivation when we get tired? And it sounds like that was kind of instilled in all your family from a very young age. So,
yeah.
So, Dale, I got to ask you, and I know this is one of those generalized, but looking back on your time here and stuff, what are some of the more proud moments, things that achievements that you're most proud of with whether it's the family or Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply? What are a couple things that either you're most proud of or stand out as really positive memories for you?
Well, one thing is my wife. She was always a stabilizing influence, and really appreciated her. And then and also the family. You know, our family works here in the business too. Her daughter and son and granddaughters. We had 8 grandkids, and they all worked here at some time during their growing up period.
That's great.
But I just, we had the livestock auction, and it's kind of interesting that we started it in 1972. It was basically a sheep sale.
Okay.
Because 80% of the livestock at that time was sheep in this country. And there's one place that sale, and they quit fighting the coyotes, the varmints. It made it harder on the one on each side that still had sheep, so there's not many sheep left in this country. We had a sheep sale on a Thursday and a cattle sale on Monday. And so went to building the cattle sale, and it got to be one of the premier livestock auctions in the state.
Was sheep used for meat or just wool back then, or was it for both?
Both.
Okay.
And that was the advantage. They had 2 crops. They had a wool and then the lamb.
Okay.
Sale. Ranchers, they had 2 sources of income.
I guess Americans just didn't fall in love with the lamb as a meat, I guess, or did the taste shift? I'm a big fan of lamb, by the way, but I didn't know. Is it just America shifted to be more beef eaters, you think? Or I wonder what the change was there.
Yeah, I think they just change in appetites.
Okay.
And availability for them.
So what's the...
When we sold, we went to every other Thursday in the summer.
Okay.
After probably by the 1980s, we went to every other Thursday in the summer, and then every Thursday in the fall.
Okay.
And numbers going down on sheep, and by the time we sold the auction in 1984, they quit having livestock auction. There wasn't enough sheep around, or they still have a livestock auction for cattle, but not for sheep. There wasn't enough sheep to have the auction.
Okay. I gotta ask, when was the toughest time for you in the business? Where was the time? Was there ever a time where you were going and you're thinking, I don't know if we're gonna make it to next year? Did you ever have those moments where as a family you were kind of wondering where you're going to be able to keep it going, or any of those times where the going got tough and you didn't know if you're going to be able to overcome it?
Not really.
Good. Just, I'm sure they had tough times, but there was just no, we're not, we'll figure out a way to get through it.
One of the major things that did to kind of help us be successful is the store is wildly diverse. I mean, there's so many different things that we carry that whenever one thing is lacking, so if people aren't buying feed, you've still got the fencing and the tire shop and the clothing and the hardware. And then if the hardware is lacking, then feed's strong. And when clothing is down, then the tire shop is strong. It's just, I think the way that they developed the store just really helped it to, when something was down, something else was up.
Gotcha. When you're a store that really caters to the jack of all trade type, right. It's there's always going to be something for somebody. It's just like you said, it ebb and flows where, okay, maybe this is more popular. That'll carry us through. Well, now that's dying off and something else, Again, the diversity of what you guys offer probably was your biggest saving grace maybe in some of those times.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That makes sense because at the end of the day, if you're, especially, and like we said, those early times where there wasn't as many ways to access things, it was, you were that resource for communities to, this is something that I think younger people may have something, it's hard to wrap their heads around it because of the world we live in today. But when you guys first started, I imagine the difference between people settling here and be able to carve out a life for themselves, for them to be able to do that or not do that rests solely on Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply being here as a source for their needs and things. You know what I mean? I know that sounds a bit like big or like, wow, that seems very like way important, but in reality, that's really what was going on, especially, probably the 70s and 80s where like internet and there, for folks, 20s and 30-year-olds today, it's like, you don't understand when, you didn't have everything at your fingertips. There was things you order in a catalog and it would be months before you see it again and things like that. And for you to bring, the convenience of having something that day here in Roswell, I don't think younger people can really wrap their head around how big a deal that was for to have that back. Does it make sense what I'm saying? Just for y'all's ability to do that, it's where we take it for granted today, but you guys were literally the lifeblood for a lot of people in here because you were that resource for folks to get the things they needed.
One thing that really helped us, we joined a buying group about 10 years ago. We got 300 farm stores around over the nation, all over the nation, and it was a buying group, and that was a good source to get products through that. And I was on the board of directors for 10 years of that buying group, the farm stores, and I was chairman of it for 2 years, and that was. By being in contact with other stores around over the nation, you was able to come up with some different ideas on how to get product, and that is a key, being able to get the products in.
Sure. Yeah. I imagine. Now, Dale, are you still involved with some of the day-to-day stuff, or do Desiree and the rest of the family take over most of that now?
No, I'm still involved. I don't plan on retiring because I see people that if they've worked hard all their life, if they quit, they don't last long.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you're like, you're gonna have to pull me in out of the field. I'm gonna keep working until you tell me to come in.
I try to get here at 6 o'clock in the morning because I want to be sure. It's too many years having to wait till 8 o'clock till something opened up. So I get here at 6 and open the store. So if somebody comes early and needs to go do something, we're available.
Yes,
gotcha.
The joke family is that we hope that when we grow up, we will have as much energy as Dale Rogers because he gets way before anyone else.
Well, are you paying it?
We open at 7, and he's like, nope, when I'm here, we open at 6. I'm like,
He's like, well, I'm here. Might as well turn on the light. That makes sense. So, are you guys paying attention what Dale eats and everything? So you can, you gotta.
That's where he gets all his energy.
Yeah, pay attention. Just mirror and shadow him and do all that.
Yeah.
I do want to ask, running Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply during COVID, what was that experience like? I mean, obviously, a lot of businesses didn't make it through this, but you guys are here strong. Well, for you guys, what was that like, and what did you do different to make sure that you guys will be here for the next generation?
One thing advantage we had, we were essential because we sold feed for animals.
Sure.
So we were essential.
So you never had to close down. That helped.
That's right.
Yeah.
And of course, we had to wear a mask and everything like everybody did during that time. But we just kept going and glad to be able to stay open so that they could get products they needed for the animals.
How's this life after with supply and demand? How are you guys navigating? I know it's very tricky to probably get certain items on the shelf, but how has that struggle been for you guys? Are you guys still managing to keep making? I mean, you guys are. I'm just, is it a struggle or is it getting a little easier for you guys?
It's really a struggle, especially it started out being metal. Anything metal was hard to get.
Yeah.
Or any plastic. And it's hard to get, and we're still having some issues, but it's a lot better than it was. But like we've had feeders, which goes on the back of a pickup for the ranchers used to feed their cattle, and I've had them ordered since August, and we haven't got them yet. And we've had trailers ordered in August, and we finally got them in about 30 days ago. And so that was something metal, and then kind of plastic is kind of a problem too,
Interesting.
The resin.
You don't realize how much we take for granted till you find out, you can't have it or have, you know what I mean? Like the process, the things we take for granted on stuff we just have and then a world like this happens and things like that, plastic or a little chip for a car, or something that there's now there's not available. It's I hope at the end of the day it gives an appreciation for stuff a little bit.
Yeah.
Like people that grew up during the Depression era, they tend to save things and do all that, and like I know my grandparents and things always saved those kind of things, and I wonder if we're going to get back into generation of people that are more thrifty and more conscious of what they have and trying to make it last a little longer than it needs to. I personally think that's a good thing, but some may disagree with me.
Change people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we had the same struggle on the clothing side of the business. And it was funny how it went from one thing to another. You couldn't get jeans, then you couldn't get boots, then you couldn't get jeans again. Now, currently, we can't get hats. They're quoting us 12 months out time frame to get hats. So it's interesting how it changes. But it definitely makes you more appreciative whenever stuff finally does come back in. You're like, wow, this is so great. So
absolutely.
I hope that people's mindsets a little bit.
And maybe this is the blessing side of it. You have a customer base. These are farmers and ranchers, people that are used to making things happen regardless of scenario. So it helps that you probably got some pretty crafty and ingenuitive customers too, that they can probably shop yourselves and be like, all right, I can't buy what I would need, but I can buy this, and I can make it happen that way, and that's what I think your store is great, because okay, we don't have the thing, but you know what? You got some hose here, you got this, we'll put that together, and guess what? We can make it happen until we get the thing you need. That's we live in a part of the country where we've got people that have that capability,
Yeah.
Which
absolutely.
You don't realize how great that is until you don't have it.
Right.
So I got to ask you, Dale, you guys, like, what's next? Do you just keep on keeping on, or, is there, obviously at some point, you're going to move it on to someone else in the family taking over here. But what's the future for Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply? What's on the horizon for you guys?
Yeah, our son and daughter and granddaughter's really involved in it. And so that's going to keep on, they'll just keep it on.
Yep.
Just keep on doing it and just be there for customers when they need it. And when it floods or when it snows or when bad things happen or when not bad things happen, you just need it. You guys are going to be there for folks to take care of whatever needs they got there. So
we really enjoy being able to help the young people, like with their animals and stuff.
Yeah. And you know what I always love? I always love hearing stories where people, because I think people have a certain set of what they think's at Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply, and they hear that and you think of, all the stuff you do sell for farmers and ranchers and all that, but then they forget that you have all the clothing and jewelry and, all the more not work essential type things, just more of our pleasure and fun type stuff. And it always amazes me, and you tell people like, and somebody's got beautiful jewelry or something like that. It's like, oh yeah, I got it at Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. and they're like, they got that? I was like, yeah, I was like, they got a little bit of everything, people like go Christmas shopping at Roswell Livestock. And he's like, well, I'm not buying anybody farm and ranch stuff. It's like, no, they got jewelry and all kind of, I think especially new people, they get amazed. Like, wait a minute, you can get that kind of stuff at Roswell? Yeah, they sell it all there. So does that ever happen every once in a while where you get some new folks or people don't realize, they just think of you as some kind of supply store for farm and ranchers, and then they find jewelry and all the other cool stuff you guys have?
All the time.
It's something that's pretty funny. There's a lady from Santa Fe would come down and buy clothing, and she liked to go home and tell them that she bought that clothing at a livestock supply.
It's kind of like when you tell people you buy a burrito at a gas station, and they're like, that was a good burrito. What do you mean? Yeah, same logic. But that's Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. You guys have been there for people, whether they want to look good or they want to make sure everything works. That's you guys have them covered, and I'm sure, like you said, you've been doing it since the 70s, and I'm pretty sure long after we're gone, there will be a Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply holding down the fort here in Roswell, New Mexico, which we're always happy to see. So,
well, plan on it.
So before we let you guys, anybody want to say hi to? Anything you guys wanted to share that I got sidetracked on before we let you get back to work here?
I don't think so. We really appreciate the Leadership Roswell Alumni Association for giving them that award, and we appreciate the citizens of Roswell for always supporting us and coming to the store. And we love seeing all your faces, and we just are really appreciative of living here and being able to be a part of this community.
Well, we appreciate you and your family and Dale and your wife, and we thank you guys for making Roswell being that part of the community that makes it the great community that it is. We talk when Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply is just one of those things you can't not talk about Roswell as a local and not understand the importance of Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply to the history and the future of this community too. So we thank you guys. We thank you, your family for continuing. We thank you for the good, the bad, and the ugly of running Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply all these years. And we can't wait to continue to shop there and keep going and see what's next for the company.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mike.
Thank you, guys.
Mike.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And we look forward to seeing you soon. And we'll, folks, give as you're popping in and out of Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply next couple of days, give a shout out to the family and tell them thank you for all they've done. We appreciate you guys. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Take care. I'm sure you got about 10 things to work on right now.
Gotta get back to work.
Dale ain't retired yet. We got work to do. So. Thank you guys. Take care. Have a great day. Okay. Bye-bye. All right. That was Dale Rogers and his granddaughter Desiree. Dale, Desiree did a great speech. Was it Thursday night when she was introducing her granddad to talk there. And of course, everyone that knows Dale's he probably said more there than I've heard him say it. He's a man of, at least in my circle, I mean, he talks, but he's a man more of action than words, and it's just great to see that. So I was very happy. So congratulations to them. And when you guys go out, give them a shout out and attaboy. They have a great family. So, all right, it is 9:48. And like I said, we got one more interview tomorrow. We will have Tina Cisneros join us on the phone. Tina won the Commitment to Youth Award, so I believe she'll be in studio with us tomorrow here. So we'll chit chat with her. If you missed any of our interviews, like I said, we had Jason Perry last Tuesday. Had a great interview with him and Judy Stubbs. Judy nominated Jason, so her and Jason had a great conversation here on the radio. And then of course we had Margaret Kinnert, Leadership Roswell alumni winner. She was on the phone, in studio with us this morning here. And then, of course, Dale Rogers there. That's a fun conversation. So it is 9:49, closing in on 9:50. Let's go ahead and pause for local news. Your Hannity update. We'll take a quick commercial break, then we'll wrap up the show. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Now your Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Cirillo. We have a traffic alert for you first. Southbound traffic on South Main Street in Roswell will be down to one lane near Mountain View Road as a water line project is beginning Monday. In addition, Mountain View Road will be closed between South Main Street and Green Road. Traffic to Mountain View Middle School will be detoured to East Burkett Road. The project will connect a water line for the school to a water line along South Main Street. The work isn't scheduled to be finished until mid to late July. While the region saw some much-needed rain these last couple of days, too much all at once caused some major flooding, especially around Roswell and Chavez County. Heavy rains on Sunday prompted authorities to issue warnings. Forecasters at the National Weather Service said rain was falling at more than an inch per hour with very little storm motion. A flash flood warning was issued Sunday. More rain is expected throughout southeast New Mexico through Tuesday night. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
They can't run on the economy. They can't run on a 41-year high of inflation. They can't run on record high gas prices. What they're not factoring in is Americans between now and Election Day, in spite of all the demagoguery that you're going to hear tonight and in the weeks to come. Americans will figure out abortion in America is still legal. That if they want one, they're going to be able to find one. Maybe they have to travel, but they'll still be able to get one. And there'll be liberal groups out there that provide funding for people that may not be able to travel to a different state. Mark my words, that will be a fact. It's not a guess on my part.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and Elizabeth Warren, they're all attacking America's tech innovators. The left's bill, S-2992, would take away the digital tools small businesses rely on, empower China to beat America in the race for new technologies, and increase the risk of cyber attacks. When liberals attack America's tech innovators, they're really attacking everyday Americans and Main Street businesses. American jobs, America's security, and the online privacy of the American people are all on the line. Why would Senate conservatives support this liberal agenda that threatens American innovation? We need to stop Pelosi, Schumer, Warren, and the rest of the D.C. liberals from taking away our technology and making China stronger at America's expense. Call the U.S. Senate today at 202-224-3121. Tell Senate Republicans to oppose S-2992. ProtectingTaxpayers.org, paid for and authorized by Taxpayers Protection Alliance.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We've got a chance of showers and thunderstorms today with some of that moist monsoon air coming in. Low 80s on our afternoon high, keeping us a little cool with that cloud cover. Mostly cloudy overnight, and scattered showers are low in the upper 60s, and then a pretty good chance of afternoon showers again on Tuesday. Partly cloudy, our high should be around 85, maybe a shower on Wednesday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason. Wall Street kicked off the new week with modest gains at the opening bell before slipping into the red at mid-morning. The financial markets appear largely unfazed by Russia's default on its foreign debt. The first such default since the 1917 Bolshevik Revolution. It further alienates Russia from the global financial system amid its war in Ukraine. That war has G7 leaders preparing to unveil a price cap on Russian oil, raise tariffs on Russian goods, and impose other new sanctions. A stronger than expected showing for durable goods orders in May. Orders to factories for those big-ticket items rose 0.7% last month, according to the federal government. The company that's planning to buy former President Trump's new social media business says it has received subpoenas from a grand jury in New York. From the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason.
The blowout is on. The Honda Summer Blowout is on all month long at Roswell Honda with an amazing selection of sparkling new rides to choose from, like a 2017 Honda Accord for just $389 a month, a 2019 Ford EcoSport for just $349 a month, or a 2015 Chrysler 200 for just $249 a month. Zero down, no payments till September, and 0% financing available. And if you've ever thought about trading up, now is the best time. Your current vehicle has never been worth more. And bring in your mailer for a chance to win big. The blowout is on all month long at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Have you ever thought, Mom and Dad are beginning to need more help, but with a busy job and raising a family, you just don't have the extra time? Personal Care by Design is just what you're looking for. We can be there when you can't, from 1 hour a day to 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All of our caregivers are carefully screened, and we are the only personal care service that is overseen by a registered nurse. Competitive rates, great people, and experience is what sets us apart. So when you need extra help at home with your loved one, you can count on Personal Care by Design. Personal, private, and protected. Call us at 575-625-9471 for your personal care needs and receive a free nursing evaluation. That number again is 575-625-9471.
When you can't be home, make your space feel more like home with Candlewood Suites, Roswell, New Mexico, featuring extended stay rooms, complete with kitchenettes in a quiet area, plus plenty of great amenities, including free hot coffee 24/7, and the Candlewood Cupboard 24-hour convenience store, plus the Candlewood Gym and free laundry facilities. Cool off in the outdoor pool, complete with hot tub, and enjoy the outdoor gazebo and grills. And the Candlewood Lending Locker for stuff you couldn't pack, like crock pots, board games, and more. Call 575-623-4300 to find out more. Candlewood Suites, where everyone here is sweet on you. Your home away from home.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. China has more English speakers than the United States. They have more Chinese speakers, too. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. 9:56, closing in on 9:57. Got a couple minutes here before we wrap up the show. If you missed any part of the show, you can go back and check it out at your leisure. Just log on to ksvptv.com into the Mornings with Mike Winters channel, or go to our Roswell Talk FM YouTube channel, or our 106.5 Roswell Talk FM Facebook wall. You'll find it all at any of those locations. We had Margaret Kinnert talking Leadership Roswell and her Leadership Roswell Alumni Award. And then in the 8 o'clock hour, we replayed an interview with Xanthia Wright from Main Street Roswell talking about Main Street's UFO Festival festivities during UFO Festival this year. And then just a few minutes ago, we talked to Dale Rogers and his granddaughter Desiree. And Dale and his wife Kay, Lifetime Achievement Award winners from the Leadership Roswell. We had a fun conversation with him. Don't forget, it is UFO Festival week. Later on this week, this Thursday and Friday, we're going to take Mornings with Mike Winters on the road. We're going to do the show both Thursday morning and Friday morning out at the UFO Museum. We're going to be there in the lobby, so we invite you to come on by for a visit if you're out and about during that time, and come hang out with us. Also, with UFO Festival in town, our nighttime programming going to be in town as well. Syndicated talk show host Clyde Lewis and Ground Zero will be here in Roswell. They're going to be, I believe he's coming in Wednesday, and he'll be doing shows Thursday and Friday night out at the UFO Museum. Thursday night, he's going to be outdoors there in the little garden by the UFO Museum there on the corner of 2nd and Main Street there. And then Friday night, he's going to be in the actual research center side of the UFO Museum. There, it's actually, there's the main entrance to the UFO Museum, and then in between that main entrance and 2nd Street, a little farther towards 2nd, there's another entrance right there. If you go through there, that'll take you right for his show. Will be Friday night there at the UFO Museum. So fans of Clyde Lewis, you get to come and see him do the show and meet and greet and all that good stuff. He'll be here in town Thursday and Friday night at the UFO Museum doing shows there. So we got all kinds of fun. And then he'll be out and about at the UFO Festival. He'll be doing some panel discussions on abduction during UFO Festival. I believe he'll be out at the Convention Center for some of that Friday and Saturday, I believe, too. So we're going to be all in fun. So I'd love to invite you to come on out Thursday and Friday morning and Thursday and Friday evening out to the UFO Museum and come see us do our shows out there. All right, that's going to do it for us. Thanks for allowing us to be a part of your day. Have an amazing day. We'll be back bright and early, 7 a.m. tomorrow with an all-new show. Till then, take care, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
No static at all. Your new home